today, guys. Hope you guys are ready for a bit of little bit of information. A couple of things I want to go over and discuss. So I'm going to let you guys be privy to that. But first off, what we're going to do is get started with a little bit of music, and we're going to start from there. Shout out to Aboriginal TV for this song that he plays. I absolutely love, and I thought that you guys might enjoy it as well. So, this song here, it is called "Feather Girl" by Job Bricks, and yeah, let you guys get in tune to some of the Aboriginal beats I've been listening to via YouTube.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just looking for a feather girl, you know? Just get it. Vision be boolin'. What's your name? What's your sign? I'm just trying to make you mine. Chocolate girl, you know you fine. Do I ever cross your mind? Get it wet, make it rain. Be my weather girl. I'm just looking for a wife. Won't you be my feather girl? What's your name? What's your sign? I'm just trying to make you mine. Chocolate girl, you know you fine. Do I ever cross your mind? Get it wet, make it rain. Be my weather girl. I'm just looking for a wife. Won't you be my feather girl? Yeah, you bad. Yeah, you fine. I'm just trying to make you mine. You ain't worried about these pennies, girl, cause you know you a dime. And I knew that I would have you. I just had to wait my time. Had to know you past looks, cause you know that love is blind. Met you at the powwow, asked you what's your tribe. You asked me, mom, we politicking, then we caught a vibe. So you rocking your feathers, you can say you caught my eye. From that moment, girl, I knew that I could probably make you bride. Girl, you the truth, shorty, what you wanna do? Come and be a winner, you know I could never lose. Wanna be a man now, tell me what I gotta prove. You the realest, so that's why a nigga really fuck with you. What's your name? What's your sign? I'm just trying to make you mine. Chocolate girl, you know you fine. Do I ever cross your mind? Get it wet, make it rain. Be my weather girl. I'm just looking for a wife. Won't you be my feather girl? What's your name? What's your sign? I'm just trying to make you mine. Chocolate girl, you know you fine. Do I ever cross your mind? Get it wet, make it rain. Be my weather girl. I'm just looking for a wife. Won't you be my feather girl? Damn girl, you do that thing damn well. I know you indigenous. What's your tribe? I can't tell. Are you Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee? No interracial girl. I only fuck with chicks that look like me. I like a long hair, melanated vibe with no guidance. Shorty, I'ma be your guide. Let me show you how to live. It's not enough to just survive. And maybe have a couple kids if I end up between your thighs. For real. Intellectual convos about a book or something. That smirk emoji like you giving me that look or something. You keep it real like you carrying a hook or something. So if you want it, you got it. Ain't gotta look for nothing. What's your name? What's your sign? I'm just trying to make you mine. Chocolate girl, you know you fine. Do I ever cross your mind? Get it wet, make it rain. Be my weather girl. I'm just looking for a wife. Won't you be my feather girl? What's your name? What's your sign? I'm just trying to make you mine. Chocolate girl, you know you fine. Do I ever cross your mind? Get it wet, make it rain. Be my weather girl. I'm just looking for a wife. Won't you be my feather girl?
Yeah, I know y'all feeling that, right? I'm gonna be turning y'all on to a lot of Aboriginal music. We got some brothers that be like really putting some nice music out, and I love it. So y'all gonna get that from me. So I'm gonna be playing a few things. We're gonna be talking about a couple of things too. Let me tell y'all a little bit about what's been going on in the Aboriginal community. Been a few debates and disputes and things about the lands and who were the first Americans. Shout out to Supreme Chief Holiday. You can find him on YouTube. He is promoting a movie, Who Are the First Americans. He should actually be coming out with a slight intro to that movie soon, and I'll be playing it on my YouTube channel. If you guys are interested, please sign in to Sistarsoul.com, and you'll be able to be linked into all of the information that I talk about that I'm not discussing on the show. I do go live often. Well, not often, but more often than I am on the show. So just so you guys know, you're able to catch me there for other information. A lot of times it is privy to things in regards to the history, the first Americans, me coming more in tune with my Aboriginal ancestry is something that I've been just, getting a little more in tune with. So I want to, say shout out to a lot of the Aboriginal community that I have been learning a lot from when it comes to this information. There's Aboriginal Power. He can also be found on YouTube. Also, Aboriginal Power News. There's the Empress Copper Holbert, Lyrica Neville. You can also find them on YouTube. They help with genealogy and a couple of other things. I'll be putting this information up on my boards, guys. If you guys are interested, it will be on there this week. I'm going to start listing information for you guys to be able to tune into these people that I've been talking to you about. So, with that in mind, we're going to play another song for you guys. This one is called My Ninja by Threads 3000. And I believe this was first introduced by Supreme Chief Holiday or Aboriginal Power. So we'll be playing that. Shout out to Threads 3000. And then we'll be getting into the conversation, guys.
Yeah, Threads 3000. Enemy of my tribe, I for mine, so what's happening? So what's government and all y'all crossed the line, so what's happening? My ancestors wouldn't like you cross the line, so what's happening? We original, y'all GMO, y'all lying. I do this for my niche, my niche, my niche, my niche. Oh yeah, my niche, my niche. I do this for my niche, my niche, my niche, my niche, my niche, my niche, my niche. I do this for my niche. Should've left me where I was, cause I ain't never scared. Took that little ice off my neck for this girl head. My nation, my need you, someone thorough said. Real Americans, still pure blood, we thoroughbred. I'm like, let my people go and just take me instead. When it's red or blue pill, I'm only choosing red. I'ma always choose my people, you can keep that bread. Our government owe a trillion, you can keep that bread. If it's one thing Jim Crow is showing me, I don't want no white folks ruling over me. I don't want no politicians ruling over me. I don't want no po-po ruling over me. Only somebody that's like me gonna treat me like me. I'm Iron Wine Cherokee, Chief and Dr. Lee. I'm still a G like this. You might not be as G as me. You think you free, but you need remedy to be as free as me. I'm from the hood, I'm still waking up my people. They got us good, they still hating on my people. When it comes to fashion, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to music, the whole world wanna be like us. When it comes to dancing, the whole world wanna be like us. Foreigners are doing everything trying to weaken us, fuck with us. Rhythm know we killing y'all. Anything involve a ball. Mentally, we figured out the cosmos. After all inventing shit, we smashing y'all. It's about blood after all. Smithsonian got all artifacts and really still keeping us away from it. When they say that was a long time ago, that's racist shit. Y'all holy land keep stolen shit. We don't need y'all holding it. Reverse engineering our technology, controlling it. Gave it everything you got, but you can't put no soul in it. I ain't go see the new matrix cause I'm living it. Everything is not what it seems, but I'm killing it. Can you afford to pay attention who you living with? Now they trying to mandatory vax, but is you getting it? Fall back off my knees, I'm peeping y'all tactics. This ain't no earth war. This is galactic. Goddesses and gods warming up like practice. We gonna put arrows on your chest like that. Mongoloids can't style like us. Them fake natives ain't wild like us. They ain't got a soul, destiny as a child like us. Nobody power like us. Nobody peace pipe like us. Boxing y'all can't fight like us. Nobody lost their right like us. Break them up, I'm in the way. Say too much, I'm in the way. They trying to kill us. Body, our kids, we raised y'all. Anyway, what that sentence finna say, everybody ain't here to stay. Is you with us or against us? Ain't no in between. I'm a non-ether being, not a human being. What? 1492, but all my allies want to do. Renegade got cooked for days. Be careful, I advise you to. Enemy of my tribe, for mine, so what's happening? For mine, I crossed the line, so what's happening?
What's happening?
Wouldn't like you crossed the line, so what's happening? We original, y'all GMO, y'all lying.
GMO.
My need you. Oh yeah, I need you. I do this for my need you. I do this for my need you.
Ready for this fire? Y'all know what it is. That was like really hitting, right? Y'all like that. Y'all know we got to have one more from this girl. I love this young lady, Queen's Throne. It's a little hard. It go a little hard, but we going to play it because she got some little facts in here and it's starting off right. Let's get it, guys. Queen's Throne.
What were you before the white man named you a Negro? And where were you? And what did you have? What was yours? What language did you speak then? What was couldn't have been Jones or Bunch or Powell? That wasn't your name. They don't have those kind of names where you and I came from.
Freak is this shit right here. Y'all see this?
Being here in America doesn't make you an American. Being born here in America doesn't make you an American. If it made you American, you wouldn't need any legislation. You wouldn't need any amendment to the Constitution. No, I'm an American. I'm one of the 22 million black people who are the victims of America. One of the 20 nothing but disguised hypocrisy. I see America through the eyes of a victim. The truth about slavery, many refuse to respect. How my people built this country out their own blood and sweat. America's just that slavery built, and I'ma speak on the facts and I'll swear. Your name in capital letters is a corporate entity, while you remain suspect to intellect property. James Marion Sims, father of gynecology, experimented on slave women in the 1840s, trying to invent the C-section. Hundreds of babies died at birth, but they still support the medical system.
What?
I swear that shit works.
That's how it works.
Kill the cancer, ALS, AIDS. Wait until a little late. Being here in America doesn't make you an American. Being born here in America doesn't make you an American. If birth made you American, you wouldn't need any legislation. You wouldn't need any amendments to the Constitution. No, I'm not an American. I'm one of the 22 million victims of Americanism. One of the 22 million black people who are the victims of democracy.
What?
With the plan to control and enslave man. Through pollution and war, man would be free no more. A secret society that they made. But if you would make that good, be blind, that dumb down of mankind. They are hiding in plain sight, running the show without a fight. Modern day slavery got people working day and night. Almighty dollar in their sight, chasing it further into the light. If I work a little bit harder, one day I'll be alright. They tax our land, they tax our weight, they tax the bed in which you lay, they tax our food, they tax our drink. They tax us every time we think. And it's really about control, cause the dollar ain't worth a thing. Piece of paper, it's a big that sticks a vein and something green. This is American justice. This is American democracy. And those of you who are familiar with it know that it's a democracy. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me. Democracy is hypocrisy. Right? If democracy means freedom, why are our people free?
Why they ain't free? Did you have some shit to do with that, Malcolm? Check this out, y'all. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything right now. I don't know who want to jump up here. Y'all put your link, say link in the chat if you want to join the conversation, guys. I'm gonna be talking about a couple of things. Let's start right here, guys. Hello to my audience. What's up, guys? I know you guys missed me last week. I did have the day off, and you guys did hear a recording that was from my YouTube platform. I hope you enjoyed that programming. Right now, we are going to get into a little bit of information here. I am streaming as well via YouTube. So if you want to continue this conversation, does extend past the hour, make sure to join us over at sistarsoul.com and continue on with that. Now, I'm going to throw a few things out there when we're thinking, oh man, I don't even want to know where to start when it comes to this. I'm going to start with this concert, but before even going here, right, I'm going to put a few things out there about some of our so-called leaders, right? There's always some questioning about our leaders in the community as far as like if they are promoting wealth and health for the community, or if they are partly agents of governmental affiliation, right? This last song I played, we heard a lot of encouraging words from our brother Malcolm X, and we have always heard a lot of different things, about some negative aspect. There's always negative aspects when it comes to people. People can change their lives around. They can do things to make a difference in their lives, so on and so. Me, I'm a person that actually pays pretty close attention to things when it comes to facts or putting details. I remember one thing, forget something else, but if something coincides, it's going to bring that thing back to my attention. It was brought to my attention a couple of months ago about X and Red Fox being running buddies. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that or been aware of it, of them being street buddies, being little hoodlums, little crooks in the neighborhood, doing a lot of things. Now, not to down our brother Malcolm, we know a lot of people look up to him and the things that he has done, not to say what those things are. I haven't seen any benefit. I've heard a lot of speeches and a lot of talk from my brother Malcolm, and nothing so negative. I know there were the things that happened and transpired that he disclosed that seemed to cause his demise. But when we're thinking about these things, we have to think about the depth of the matter, right? When it comes to things that happen that we're not really quite privy to, but we may have to piece the puzzle together ourselves. A lot of things are hidden and maybe not brought to our attention because they shouldn't be, in order to deceive you. It comes to the brainwashing of the masses, the brainwashing of the mind with fact over fiction, right? Think about our brother Malcolm X and his homeboy, Mr. Red Fox, TV personality. Y'all remember Red Fox, Fred Sanford? TV personality, and one goes on to be activist. That activist also being infiltration into an organization that had some very strong ties when it came to Chicago, my hometown. Love the place. Beautiful city, beautiful place. A lot of things going on when it comes to Chicago, when it comes to the things that have started there, the originates of that land, the Aboriginal people of that particular area, the sharing of crops and different things that came out of the area. And these particular people have certain ties and starting certain foundations that may not have been tied to the particular land, right? I'm not very informed with a lot of the Aboriginal information. So some things that I talk about are very new to myself. Some things are have been reiterated from other parties that are very familiar when it comes to this area, and some when it comes to my particular history and ancestral background. I have some clues to certain things myself. But when it comes to tying things together, we have to look at certain facts and like what matters and what's going on. Now, I didn't want to go too far off because y'all know I'll do that quick and easy because I'm about 50 things right now, but I'm trying to stay focused so y'all can see where I'm coming from. Okay, so let's do this. We're going to start with this. Now, thinking about, I know you guys have heard of Larry Hoover and John Ford, these people being how can I say, gangsters or gangbangers in the Chicagoland area, right? There's been lots of mention of Larry Hoover moreover than we hear of Jeff Ford. So when it comes to that, he actually took over after his imprisonment, and he was honored King Larry. And there's a lot to that. I don't think I'm going to get into all that right now, but let's do this. We're going to talk about this concert. As you guys know, Kanye West and Drake, I don't really get into too much of these artists or anything of the nature, but if I'm talking about a little deeper than, this, what's going on here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this, and, we can go a little bit more in depth from there. This was an article that was published On November the 21st, Kanye West and Drake team up for a benefit to free Chicago gang leader Larry Hoover. I'm going to say it again, to free the Chicago gang leader Larry Hoover. Kanye West and Drake reportedly squashed their beef earlier this month. So it's amazing that they actually squashed their beef this month when just in time for them to get together for this benefited concert, right? This benefit that has been promoted, and I don't think I'm going to get too much into the background of this, but when we're thinking about the things that have been going on or transpiring, I'm going to even before reading this, let me say this. We have to think about the concert that Kanye did in a stadium not too long ago. I don't even remember the name of it. That's how important it is to me. But I know the concert was named after this album that was named after his mom. Okay, there was the at the ending of his performance, there was a large portal open, and he was actually lifted up, seemingly in thin air. Nothing pulling him or lifting him. He just lifted in thin air through the portal at the top of the stadium. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. The second thing was the other concert that I don't want to mention too much about, but we know there was some deaths and a couple of other things going on, another portal situation. And when we're thinking about that portal situation there, it kind of goes to show us again that, hey, that was kind of similar. I don't know if people really noted that, but, these things are, uh, the Donna concert. Oh, hold on, some guys, just a moment. Trying to see. The Donna concert. Okay, it was a Donna concert. All right. So with that, the second was the second part of the, I would say it's some sort of ritual, um, was bringing in that particular concert and the deaths of those people. And I didn't go into a live about that. I didn't make too much of a fuss about it because there's so much negative and disgusting energy that was being put out behind that. And I really didn't want to elaborate on it even more. When it comes to that, right? Giving energy to things that don't really deserve it, I think we should try to avoid. It's best to stay in the best positive energy. You guys know this is like my premise on being positive, having the best energy, things of that nature. When you're doing that, it allows for other things to stay out of your way. The negative things can't come around when there's a lot of positive because it just like knocks that shit out the way. It can't even stand it. It's just the energy is just too powerful to stand when you have so much energy, right? So when we think about this so-called the concert or the sacrifice of this concert that was just a couple of weeks ago that cost all these lives, and so many things were talked about on the news, the down to the security guard that was actually poked in the neck and he passed out. There are multiple people that said they had been poked with something, passed out, certain things of this nature, and that didn't happen. But that's not true. It did actually happen because they spoke about it. Being in Texas, I had my son that actually had given me or shown me videos of people that were at the concert that lived here, and they talked about it. It was more than a few hundred people that caused their demise in that night. My spirit tells me it was about 666, but I can't confirm that, and neither will they. So we're gonna, but it is confirmed that it was more than the numbers that they said, and this is confirmed by the people that were at the concert. So we won't even elaborate that much more on that particular lie because you guys know, they just love to make lies up. They just love to make it sound like it's one thing and it's some other shit. So when it comes to all that, I'm not going to even try to pay too much attention to that. But we know that was a second interlude, right? When it came to the interlude of that, now here when it comes to the third part of this, what I would consider a ritual, I might elaborate on this a little more on that portion of it, and not, things like I said don't deserve that much energy. But when it comes to this, I want you guys to be aware of something because we're going to get into a little discussion about this. I don't know who else found it strange that they just came to this mutual agreement in time for this big old concert that they are so concerned about. Now, I can understand Kanye West, him also being a Chicagoan. He may have had some interest. He may have had some personal friends. He may know someone. He may be tied in. I know he's tied into some other things when it comes to politics, but for him to be concerned, possibly, I can get it. But Drake to actually make friends to do this benefit concert for Larry Hoover. Anybody find that strange? Hold on, guys. Give me a moment. I need to interact with my chat just so that I can see anybody is feeling me on that. Y'all feeling me on that? My chat, y'all ain't responding to nothing I'm saying. I don't know if y'all want to respond or y'all just listening and being peaceful right now. Anybody in my chat, if y'all think that it's strange that these two people that have been beefing are now um, coming together right in time, a month prior, they crashed their beef so that they can do this benefit concert. If you guys find that strange, would a couple of you guys put a one in the chat? I'd appreciate that. I want to know if it's just me that finds this strange when it comes to that. And I haven't even gotten to the rest of what I'm going to talk about. But just in that alone, say that part, brother. Tribe Tie said 666 bodies. I'm sorry, 666 souls and 111 bodies. So, anybody that finds this strange so far, just in general, that they squashed this beef for this concert for a large known gang leader in Chicago. If that makes any sense to you, put a one in the chat. If it makes sense, if it don't make sense, put a two in the chat. If it sounds completely ludicrous, please put a two in the chat. I just want to know if anybody else is following me right now or if so far I am not making any type of dang sense. All right, into reading this some more. So after seemingly putting an end to a feud, Drake and Ye are teaming up for a benefit concert to the Chicago gang leader Larry Hoover out of prison. West announced on Instagram Saturday that he and Drake will be doing a joint performance at a benefit concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Now, this is a huge coliseum. On December 9th to advocate for clemency of Hoover. What an interest. West Post was captured. This is God's Plan, which is on Drake's 2018 track. West is listed as the headliner of the show, while Drake is a special guest at the event. They will presumably take the stage together for the first time after being at odds. That's real strange. Kanye West dedicates his Sunday service to the Astro World victims. Did you guys hear me just say that this was a prelude? Kanye West dedicates the Sunday service to the Astro World victims. Let's get back to a peaceful state of mind. According to page 6, Hoover, who is 70 now, is serving 6 life sentences for ordering the 1973 murder of the 19-year-old drug dealer. The Gangster Disciple co-founder would later run a drug ring from prison that earned a shocking $100 million per year. I want y'all to stay with me. Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me. Follow me, follow me, follow me. I'm going to get this part one more time. This shit crazy. I don't know if people be reading stuff like I do, but I mean, just this alone should be enough to, just shock the hell out of somebody. According to page 6, Hoover, who is 70 years old now, right? And serving his 6 life sentences. They're trying to get clemency for this man for 6 life sentences for ordering the 1973 murder of a 19-year-old drug dealer, the Gangster Disciple co-founder. Now, that part is a lie. Okay, I'm going to discuss this because being from Chicago, I know for a fact that he was not the co-founder of the Gangster Disciple. That's a blatant lie. But this is something that's put out. So this is what they saying. But trust me, guys, that's a lie. The Gangster Disciple co-founder would later run a drug ring from a prison that earned a shocking $100 million per year. From the prison, what drug dealer do you know will make $100 million from a prison per year? Freeing Hoover was one of the topics that Kanye discussed during his meeting with the former President Trump in 2018. In October, Drake's mentor, James Prince, took an Instagram to tease their collaborators to free Larry Hoover. God's plan in the making to free our brother Larry Hoover with the support of at Champagne Papa, I believe it is, and at Kanye, he wrote at the time. The collaboration was further teased earlier this week by Hoover's son, Larry Hoover Jr., who spoke on the Murder Master Music Show. Page 6 reports. It says, we're going to get the word out to as many people as we can. We got to let the powers that be know that we want Larry Hoover in our community, said Larry Hoover Jr. They said he was a gang leader. And if he was a gang leader, then what is the big rush to get him in the community? Earlier this month, Drake and West appeared together on the social media alongside comedian Dave Chappelle, signaling for the public for the first time that they squashed their longtime beef, apparently for a cause that's important to both of them. Now, how is this cause for a cause that's important to both of them? Somebody tell me how this cause would be important. Like I said, we kind of went over how it possibly may be important to Kanye, but somebody tell me how would this freeing this gang leader in Chicagoland, this 70-year-old man that been locked up for the longest. Now we're going to get into a little bit of the mistreatment that they said he's experienced, but somebody tell me what kind of interest, what the heck does this Jesuit Jew Canadian dude, what? It said what? We're going to do our, we're going to do what? Let me find that part again. Earlier this month, Drake and West appeared together on the social media platform apparently called, where that shit go? Hold on, let me get back to that part. I know I just read something crazy. Now I don't find it. Okay, it says it means the world to him. The collaboration and murder of 630 who we spoke to. I don't even know where I just read that from. But hold on. I know y'all know I just read that shit. So it said that it was important to Drake. Why would it be important to Drake for him to free this gang leader? Anybody understand that? Anybody understand that? Tell me why. He was making 100 million a year, bro. Somebody. Shout out to my chat. Shout out to my chat, y'all. Y'all don't know my chat be over here lit. If y'all can see it, they be in here lit. Hey chat. I love my chat because they be feeling me. They know what I'm talking about. They don't be slow to nothing. Who's helping them get this money made in prison? That type of money. Who anybody make sense of this? The CIA, somebody said, who were his middlemen? Senators? Generals? Let's talk about it. Somebody else said, the same person said, FBI, the cartel supervised by the president and approved by bin Laden. Oh my gosh, I can't take it. Yes. All that. Prince, yes, bro. So, you from the Shy, bro? You from the Shy, bro? Yes, the brother said Jay Prince is GD as well under Hoover. Y'all talk about it. Jay Prince. Trap house was always set up in Chicago till this day. Talk about it, bro. The donations put on his book. Who was putting them donations on his book? What kind of donations he was getting? What they called his books? What his books was looking like? What was them books looking like? Who was signing them books? Who was visiting this brother? Check this out. So boom. You know that he's been in solitary confinement forever, they say, right? We're going to get back on that topic in just a minute. He's been in solitary confinement forever, right? They won't let the family see him. They said that, it's the reason that this big push to get him out, right, is because of the inhumane treatment of him. Now, regardless to what, a person has done, I believe in an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, for life, so on and so forth. They said he committed murder, so hey, I don't know how much to care about his life. I'll say that. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. You feel me? But all I'm saying is that they're wanting him to be out because of the mistreatment, the inhumane treatment. No one should be treated inhumanely, no matter what. If they're allowing him to live, he should be able to live as a person totally. If he's being put off into a cell in solitary confinement by himself and not being able to um, do anything or see anyone, his family's being held from him, so on and so forth. I can understand that as well. But when it comes to it, we have to think about the things that are possibly tied into that. There was a lot when it came to King David. They agreed to make him the king. He was one of the leaders, and when they agreed to make him king, he took on a lot. He was new to Chicago. Let me put this part out there. Hold on. Let me tell y'all something else too. Hold on. Let's back it up. When hearing this, right, first thing you don't think is that, oh, Larry Hoover was a native to Chicago, right? Nah, he was not a native to Chicago, guys. He was actually from Mississippi. Now, mind you, a brother told me earlier that a lot of the Mississippi brothers actually went to Chicago. And I know that because my grandmother came from the South to Chicago when she was like 12, 13 years old. And, that's all I knew. I grew up there. My mom was born there, so on and so forth. So, mind you, he was born in Mississippi, right? He was born in Mississippi, and he came to Chicago, and all of a sudden he was there for a short time. He was in a different gang. I believe he was in the dang, what was it? Oh, I can't even remember right now, guys. But he was in a different gang. I do remember that. All of a sudden he was in the GDs, and they were like, together. Actually, I'm lying. It wasn't the GD. It was GD um, uh, BGDs, the Black Gangsters. So I think he was a part of the Black Gangster Disciples. This is where there was some type of split. When I was a child, the Stones, yes, thank you, the P Stones. That's right, bro. Put me on. I'll slow a minute. The brother in the chat said the P Stones. He right, it was the P Stones. So he was part of the Black P Stones. So next thing you know, they became a part of the other disciples, right? Now, how do you go from one gang to another? As far as I know, as far as I can remember when I was young, that might cost your life. So it was strange that he actually left and went. Oh, you say he was part of the Rolling Stones, not the P Stones? Okay, chat say he was a part of the Rolling P Stone. So he how do you switch from one gang to another gang and still live to tell about it? How does that happen? That's kind of like strange, right? So now after that, there is a story where right after that he left because of some trouble he was in. It may have been this murder that he's charged with. I'm not absolutely sure about that, so I won't speak on that part. But he did get in some trouble and he left and he went to New York for a while. During the time when he was in New York, it was told by some of the fellow gang members that he was actually the head of the gang, which would be understandable. You're in a new territory. You're not gonna go up there. Yeah, I'm the head of the gang. You by yourself. You know what might happen to you. You never know. If y'all know about these streets, y'all know what it is. So when it came to that, he turned around and came back to Chicago, and of course he took on leader as leader, and um, was under Jeff Fort. And then he was part of the Black Stones. Right, okay, right. Thank you, Tribe Tides. Okay, because I'm getting a little confused. A couple of people, hold on. One guy in my chat said the Stones. Another gentleman in my chat said the P Stones, and someone else said the Black Stones. So what I remember is the Black yeah, the P Stones. Nickname. So thanks, bro. And I know I'm a little older and this stuff. I remember a lot of this. So okay, so he was part of the Black Stones, which was the Pea stones. They used to call them the pea stone. Oh snap! You know they always gotta clown somebody, so maybe that was a little nickname saying y'all peons. They used to be like peons in Chicago. That's something insulting remark calling you a peon. So that's possible. So there were so many different people with that. Now, something that fascinated me. I was on a brother's channel last night, and a gentleman popped up. Right, I'm thinking about playing a little bit of that for you guys. It might be a little crazy. But we were discussing a few things. So when he was talking about it, he brought up we were talking about like Hoover and the things that were going on, and I'm like, well, dang, what about it? So they're like J. Edgar Hoover. You guys know he's like a chief, or what was his title? I know he had something to. He may have been like the head of the FBI. Let me see. Yeah, I believe he was the head of the FBI. So I'm like, well, dang, if his name was Larry Hoover, and what about the J. Edgar Hoover guy? They were like, oh no, he was a white man per se or what have you. I'm like, well, how many white men passed for black? Boom, sure enough, story pops up. There was a book written by this woman by the name of, where is that? I wrote it down actually. I did not want to forget because I know I forget, especially when it's not that important to me. But I did write it down. Where is that? Okay. It's a book by Miss Millie L. McGee Morris, right? Miss Millie L. McGee Morris, right? And Miss Morris wrote a book about her family and all these so called secrets that were uncovered about her family, and being that, whoa, somebody said that the brother was gay. I don't heard. Somebody heard FBI. Somebody heard CIA. Shit, couldn't be all that. Hoover was a brother. Who was a brother? Not a brother, but J. Edgar Hoover was a distant relative. Hoover is a surname. So Larry Hoover and J. Edgar Hoover had to be related, right? Now, check this out. The book that was written by Miss Millie L. McGee Morris, she says that on their family tree, I'm not gonna get into this book. If I tell y'all about this book, y'all gonna really trip out. But if you're interested in getting it, just look up a book by Millie L. McGee Morris, and let me see. Did I write down the name? Hold on, guys. I want to see if I wrote the name down so I can tell you guys so you can find the book yourself. Did have it down too. Dang, I don't remember. It's probably in another notebook, but either way, I'll put it back in the comments if anybody's interested in it. But either way, this book, right? She's telling the whole history of the family, saying how J. Edgar Hoover, one of the biggest racists, was actually a family member, and how he passed for white. So he was actually not a white man; he was a mulatto man that actually passed for white. There were a lot of blacks that could pass for white. Some mixed, some having different things going on within them. My grandmother, she probably could have passed for white when she was a young person as well. Due to certain features or skin tones, certain people can pass for white. So you have to just be sure to understand or hear that it wouldn't be off when this woman who comes from Mississippi, right, says that J. Edgar Hoover was her family member and that his dad was Ivory Hoover, who was one of her great uncles. So, in thinking of that, Larry Hoover actually came from the same area, from Mississippi, the same area that this lady comes from, and she is a Hoover. Her family is Hoover. And they say that he is a political prisoner. How is a gang leader a political prisoner? Now, they do say that the gangs have caused a lot of positive things to happen as far as when they are doing things in the neighborhood. They kind of made sure that a lot of the weirdos didn't come in, like the Arabs and the Chinese coming in, messing with the young girls and, doing a little weird, freaky stuff with the kids and, things like that. That happens a lot in these neighborhoods with these, it's not good to send your kids to the corner stores to get things for you and stuff like that. Keep that in mind. So they would keep a lot of these things from happening or a lot of these things from going on. This is what they were for, protection. And then, of course, a little strong arm and shit, pay me a little something. And then I hate to stay in the neighborhood as long as you paying me something. But as soon as you act up, we got something for you. That's kind of what they did. Get down or shake down. So when it comes to that, listening to this information, it was really interesting to kind of piece together what this gentleman was saying and, kind of going from there. I'm going to play a tad bit of that conversation. I hope nobody get mad at me, but I got to. I was on there, so I should be allowed to play some of this video. Power off. Oh, man. The Bluetooth done cut off. Y'all might have to go on here. Let's see if we can. Let me see if there's something else I want to read on here. If not, I'm going to pull this video because it's crazy. Yeah, y'all got to hear a little bit of this. Y'all got to hear a little bit of this because this one guy, he completely went in with this information. How factual he was. He was kind of verified by this guy from his information, but all right, guys, let me get this pulled up. Give me just a moment. He was verified by this guy, so I'm assuming his information is factual. He was saying he didn't really want to talk the same sentence. He was running that mouth, so I mean, I guess he was okay to talk and say what he wanted to say. And we're gonna get a little bit into it because the conversation was pretty intriguing, and it was on live though. Oh wait, let me see if this thing just turned off because I'm not using it. Yeah, it did. On. All right, y'all, we got it. 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 Bluetooth connected. All right. Here we go, y'all. We gonna get it. Tookie. Yeah, talk to Vixen. Talk about it. All this mess is crazy. All right, here we go, guys. I want y'all to hear some of this. Let's see. Check it out.
Connect to the Mississippi River, and I could go from fucking Canada to Mexico.
I ain't gonna say who this guy's name is.
I could go straight shot. Just follow the river.
And then you could go from Mexico. You can lead right into Texas. You can also lead from on the other side of that to Detroit to Michigan. You can also lead up into New York when you come out of Canada. Canada, when I was in New York, it's all right there.
They needed. This is a power center. This is, they talk about the Suez Canal. They talk about the Rio Grande, the Panama Canal. Panama. This is the now. Watch this. Now, how I know is because I do my research. It's so fucked up that they needed this to be so good that they reverse flow of the Chicago. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, they say, man, let's send that sewage and shit down on there. You know what I'm saying? Downstate. And for me, just to be perfectly honest with you, when you look at Cahokia and you see that mound, that was the first mound. Then this place always been home. This place always been had money. This place always been trade and space. But our people get tricked out of this shit we don't know. And I'm hearing niggas stood up here talking about, man, I'm leaving Chicago. Little chicks I'll be dealing with talking about, I'm going to Dallas and the crap. No, don't let these niggas trick you out of 200 years of our home and history, because they sit up here pushing this whole, man, the Chicago gang problem is bad. Not saying it ain't. But niggas is like, it's chicks that they family been up here since 1920, even longer than that. And you leave in this part of the country to run to Atlanta and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it.
we was here and we was thriving and making a lot of fucking money, and our people is being tricked out the best part of the country. Because
Exactly, bro.
I could
That
be
is
on
what
this
I'm
lakefront, I got Miami vibes. If I want a nice snowy thing, I could have that. I could go 20 minutes into the state. Now I got fertile land to grow things. You know, this is that space. So this is the best part of the
Not
country.
only that, check this out. Now the resources is great and the soil and all of that. Chicago people, it's not. Somebody got feedback. Anybody? Let me see who that is.
Okay,
Chicago people is connected not only to Mississippi, but you can't prove that they know damn slaves from Africa. So that automatically takes jurisdiction away from the police and the white man. That's what Noble Drew Ali came to teach. He like, you not know Negro, blacks, and cover that. You come from noble people. And it's down to Cairo, Illinois, up down to Memphis. We seeing our culture, even down in New Orleans. So what Chicago people represent is a free man society that we know down what people say. And we
Facts.
get caught up
Free
in their
mans.
situation. So not only is it the land up there, which is great, but your freedom matters. That's why we getting attacked, because all of us is children of free people. We is not children of no, slave ship folks.
That's right.
man. And then let's even break it down because I love how you think, brother. I just asked it practically. I say, so you mean to tell me that a little boat of, and I'm not saying this to happen. You mean to tell me that maritime ships left Europe that had disease, all this stuff, came to a place where they did not know nobody, and they couldn't go in because they didn't know the peoples in the space. Went in a place where they got warriors, culture, society, all that. Walked in and got had to go 500-600 miles inland and went and kidnapped all these warriors and brought their ass on boats. You couldn't take the big boat to the shore. You got to take the little boat. So 12 white men with some guns bring 13 men. It didn't happen, bro. It didn't fucking happen. It was a lie. It didn't fucking lie. We was here already. They sitting up there telling niggas
You
that
know
shit
what
don't
it
make
is,
no
bro?
motherfucking
What kind of guns
sense.
did they have? You know what I just discovered, bro, with the freaking ships, right? What they did was
Where
tie
are
the
the slave
ship names
ships?
to it. This the thing, brother. It's not a slave ship, right? It's ships. When you look up, if you look up the ship, right, even with these names, when y'all talking about the names, I was gonna bring this up. When it comes to these names of like the president, this president, that, blah, blah, blah. What I found out was that when you tie these names back, they tie back to USSR, USS boats. They're all boats and ships. Even when it comes to JFK, they keep talking about this JFK and his murder, this, and that. That man just died this year. He was never killed. He was never shot. Like the front, another story. All these things are disambiguations, and what they do is they tie back to these ships. The ships are the Atlantic trade slave. The trade slave was the slave, the trade of goods and different things that they were trading back then, and it has the list of it in the Library of Congress. Each and every one of those ships. If you go look up the JFK ship, you can look up the Larry Hoover ship. They all tie into different things that these so-called presidents did or were supposed to do. It's all a lie. It's all bullshit, and they keep it as a record because they have these names. Oh, this president did. Say they'll say if you look up Roosevelt, if you look up the USS Roosevelt ship, right? I'm pretty sure I didn't look it up, but I looked up a couple others. I'm pretty sure if I look it up, it's going to tie back into gold because this is what they use. They use the ship, and this is the maritime law. Trailing the seas, doing what they didn't have no business doing, going across these areas and taking things and transporting shit, stealing shit. This is where this piracy stuff comes from. They were the pirates and stealing and taking all these things and trading them in these different countries and stealing it from our people. So this is what this ties back into. They keep saying it was the people. Oh, we had the slaves and we brought them here. No, you didn't. You came your ass over here. Y'all sent this ship. This ship traded this and they took it to this country. This ship traded this, it stole this and took this and got it from our people. They took it to this place.
To build with you, since I'm sorry I cut you off, let's just say I got a young black man in these schools on the street, and I'm running that to him. There should be so much of a mind fuck it on a scale you can't even break it down. What I say is, it's just easy to just tell the guys like, "Hey, shorty, hey, young man, all that victim shit that they was beating you and doing that, Man, listen, man, let me explain something. All that shit is cap, man. They came over there. It was a lot of trickery, a lot of just just games being played, but it wasn't no force majeure play like they think it is. Like if I'm a young black man, I'm sitting in Morgan Park High School and I'm hearing this we were slaves that got beaten, they pushing these movies. Because I was wondering, my thing is this. And the brother hit on the head. If I got down on you, raped, pillaged, robbed, did all this negative shit to you, why would I want to remind you that I did? It ain't to they. It's not that they want to remind you because niggas is crazy. If they as crazy as we say they say we is, that we murderers, killers, gangbangs. Why would I want to let this nigga know?
Hold on, guys. Let me grab this real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, brother, what's going on? I'm on the live now. You gonna join me real quick? Yeah, you wanna join real quick? I can send you the link. All right, I'm gonna send it. Peace. All right, so he said he's about to join us, guys, with some of this information. Let's see what this dude got to say. Let's see. Hold on. Because he was talking a lot of stuff. I ain't want to put too much of the stuff he was talking about out there, but he was going in. So let's see what he got to say. We gonna see what he got to say. You guys, we out of here in about 5 minutes. But if you want to join me over there for this phone call we're about to take in a minute, hopefully, there'll be actually not a phone call. It's gonna be a join on my StreamYard. We'll be in it in a few moments, but if you guys want to continue with us, you can definitely feel free to come on and join us at Sistarsoul.com. If not, I can probably play this next week for you guys if you can't get on YouTube. So let's see if we get this guest to come in. I was just actually playing a little bit of that video that he was talking on, and maybe we can get a little bit of disclosure from this guy. Because he had a whole bunch of information. And I like information because when it's coming from the horse's mouth, it also sounds a bit better. Like, oh, I just got up, dude. He said you was coming through, come through. See, he gonna make me get right back on him. I'm finna play some more. And let's see. So you guys can get at least 3 more minutes of it if he does not get on the live real quick. Hold on 1 second. Appreciate y'all patience. That call kind of interrupted everything. And yeah. And I got to pair this back so you guys can. Bluetooth connected. All right, let's get to it. Oh, there you go. Nope. Thanks for joining me, brother. How you doing?
How you doing? Let me I'm just getting my my slides together. This information got to get out, so we gotta come with it.
Yes.
Give me a second.
Yes,
What
take your
is your
time, brother. Appreciate you coming up.
the brother finna come to? What's your YouTube page again?
Sistar Soul. Oh, I'll send it to you in a text, brother. I'm about to send it to you real quick, and then you can just send it to him.
Okay, I see it right here. I see it.
I'm about to send it to you. Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yeah, I want to let him come in too.
All right. I actually ended my show, so while he's coming, just a moment. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in to Sister Soul on the main radio. Hi, son. Thanks so much for tuning in to Sister Soul on the main radio, guys. Make sure you guys are tuning in Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And next week, Sunday, we will be having 111 Truth on the main radio, guys. Make sure you guys are tuning in. We'll be having 111 Truth Searcher joining us Wednesday, guys, for part 2 of that history. So make sure you guys are tuning in out. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, DJ. I didn't hear what you were saying, brother.
I was trying to see if the brother Eli was in the chat. Yeah, I just wanna, because I didn't want
You
to get ahead.
said, "Oh, let me drop the link in the chat." No problem. I'm gonna just drop the link in the chat real quick so that way he
That's
can
just
get it
I
from
just don't want
there.
to. Okay, and he just sent me. Okay, he just sent me the link.
Okay, yeah. Tell him I dropped it in the chat, brother.
Yeah, because this stuff is very heavy.
Yes, it is, brother. I was actually just before you came on, I was telling my audience a little bit. I was kind of going over some of the stuff you were talking about last night on the brothers channel. Not, I didn't go into too much detail, and then I kind of went over the article about this concert, man, and kind of putting it in their mind, like how much sense it makes. We have to really think about that, and so on and so forth. So, okay, he's here now. Let me pull him in.
All right, peace out, sister soul. How you doing?
I am doing great. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I got some rest. Y'all kept me up last night, but y'all didn't open up the floodgate. Shout out to DJ L too, man. On the real.
Shout out to you, brother.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
because ultimately, you know, what's funny, man. When you live your whole life uh thinking something, and then certain shit just in plain sight, man, and it's like I'm gonna share this, off the strength, but after that, I'm gonna kind of leave it alone because we going down that rabbit hole, man. We going down that motherfucking rabbit hole, bro. Excuse my language. I don't know if you permit cussing or not, sister, but basically, um, we can't underestimate the oral traditions of our people, man. And we gotta hello. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
hear
here,
you.
brother.
Yeah, and we gotta understand that a lot of shit, and granted, we gotta understand a lot of shit is an ancient war. And I touched on it a little bit last night when a brother show went off about Lovecraft Country. Like, and I don't know if you guys familiar with the show Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country was about um, basically about this guy, I forget his name. It was a fictional story, but it was about this hidden birthright, and it was based in Chicago, and it had a lot to do with that, that time period. So ultimately, this is the question. I'm going to share my screen so we can just get to going. I'm gonna run it down for 15 minutes, and then we want to open it up for the conversations. But I asked myself, can everybody see? Hello, can people
Yeah, we
see?
see the screen. I see it now. It say Christian Hoover Senior, I think.
Let's get to it. So the question we asked ourselves,
Yeah.
the question we asked ourselves yesterday is, yo, who is this guy? It's because it just didn't make sense. I say, man, 'cause sometimes you'll talk it and you just say, what is the significance of J. Edgar Hoover and Larry Hoover, and what connections do they have with any? And I ended up having a production meeting with the sister earlier, and the other brother Calico, and man, what came across our desk was just certain shit is not coincidental, man. Certain shit makes no sense. And if you won't hear when you present this information, we want y'all to go down and do some goddamn digging so we can figure this shit out. Because I don't understand why all of this shit it just fits in place so perfectly. So um, I typed in J. Edgar Hoover's name and I typed in secrets. I just wanted to see some shit. And this what popped up.
Now available on DVD. I was afraid all the time of the dark. Terrifying secrets can lay buried deep inside. I started seeing fire. I started seeing people burning us up. But they don't stay buried forever. Don't you ever tell this. That old goat, he's my second cousin. He has the power to eliminate all of us. They burn us while we sleep. You can't talk about this. Keep your mouth shut. A famous enemy. A family connection. Everybody got something to hide. And one woman's battle to expose the secret that trapped her family in fear. All I wanted was the truth. What's Done in the Dark. Now available on DVD. Order online at what'sdoneinthedarkmovie.com.
So let's dissect that real quick. So hello? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, we there, bro. Go ahead.
okay, so let's dissect that. And the sister know where I'm about to go with it. So, you know, I'm Googling J. Edgar Hoover because now I'm saying, okay, let me take Larry Hoover out of it right now. Let's say since this is a puzzle piece, let's take this guy out of it. This sister, her name is okay. I'm gonna share it back again, okay, just so we can roll it. I was just trying to get the slides together so we can flow. All right,
It's
we rock.
Millie L. McGee Morris.
Yeah, Millie M. McGee Morris is right here. And she wrote a book called Secrets Uncovered. Can you see everything? Can y'all see the screen?
Yes,
Yeah, we
brother. We
see it.
sharing it.
J. Edgar Hoover passing for white. So now I'm like, oh shit. You saying that you
Wow.
passed. I don't know if you got into this, sister, but I'm gonna take him. We gonna just take him right back, take it back now. So they say the
Go
brother.
right ahead with your elaborations, bro. You good?
Okay, they said he was passing for white. So now I'm saying, okay, what's the evidence? So I buy the book this morning, and we went through it through the Kindle, and we start typing in certain keywords, and I'll reveal what was in that book, and I will show the book. So if you look at this dude, you know, he can pass. He can pass. So the thing about it is, we don't just want to throw out accusations on some shit. We want to be right and exact. So I went to this website when I saw this stuff to get some book reviews, and what popped up was this. Now, if I click Hoover's Black Ancestry, and this is a website you said and say not secure. Your connection to the site, the certificate is invalid. That's all to deter you. That's the bushes over the grave. What does it say? Watch this. A perusal of such authors such as Richard Poe, General Massey, Ivan Van Sertima, J. A. Rogers will tell you that all European countries had intermarriage, even Moorish invasion. As far as the West is Spain and Portugal, look at the play Othello, and some census experts in 1910 estimate that 5 million Americans were passing. The only way to account for the drop in the black population when blacks were not leaving the U.S. in appreciable numbers. What are we saying? They're preluding this whole thing that black folks was here in America, and they start trying to, filter it out with people that look like us, but they wasn't us. That is very key. And watch this.
Very, very key.
Not all slave masters abused their slaves. Some actually treated them like family and bore children by them, like the Mississippi plantation owner, William Hoover. Pause. So I say, whoa, okay. Well, I went down some more, but when I went back up, I realized, okay, they're connecting this brother to Mississippi. Now we got a link. He had 8 children by my great grandmother Elizabeth Allen. One of those children was my great grandfather William Allen. One of his brothers, Ivory Hoover, had later had one son, J. Edgar. Millie McGee, author Secrets Uncovered, J. Edgar Hoover, Passing for White. A new book, Secrets Uncovered, J. Edgar Hoover, Passing for White, has been published, revealing that J. Edgar Hoover, the head of the FBI for most of his early history, from 1924 until his death in 1972, had black ancestors. The author, Millie McGee, is an African American who says she was told as a little girl in Macomb, Mississippi. This is right next to Jackson, Mississippi, of her family links with Hoover. Described by the author Edward
Mm-hmm.
Spanis, his article, The Mysterious Origins of J. Edgar Hoover, as one of the most virulent racists to hold a top government position in the USA in the 20th century. She says her grandfather told her of a very powerful man in Washington who was related to the family but did not want links to be known and passed himself off as white. She revealed in the book that this man was Hoover. He was born 1895. Was apparently anxious that no one should know of his black origin. But Gee, a former teacher in Los Angeles, contacted a genealogist in Salt Lake City, Utah, for help in tracing her family's history back over 200 years. Her research shows that Hoover's grandfather and great grandfather lived in a segregated black area of Washington. That's what it said on the paper, and were once classified in the census as colored. In the search of the census records into the family of the father, Dickinson Naylor Hoover, who died in 1921 after long illness, both the Hoovers and the Naylors were families living in areas of Washington, in the areas of Washington D.C. Then itself mostly a segregated city. Excuse me, than a segregated city where blacks and whites were listed living in close proximity. Remember, they used to call it Chocolate City. Some of the white Hoover families had blacks living with them, not as servants, but as being of the same occupation, such as butchers, clerks. And there are altercations and other oddities in in number of the Hoover family census records and other racial listings. Now watch this. Where's this other part? I'm trying to get to the. Okay, watch this. Naylor's ancestors through Hoover's paternal grandmother were involved in post-Civil War Underground Railroad, which was to assist light-skinned blacks to make the transition from black society to white society. An academic study cited in McGee's book reports that more than three-quarters of African Americans have some white ancestry. 23% of the white Americans have the African American element in their background. So what are we saying? The people that migrated to this Washington, D.C. area were descendants from who? Are you guys following me? Hello?
We following you, brother. I'm just
No,
muting
no.
while
Oh,
you
yeah, because oh, so you was mute. Oh, that's why. No, I just want to make sure you know how they play with these
Oh
with
yeah,
these.
yeah. I just wanted to be quiet while you were going in. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So
We
so
here.
at this time, I started doing the digging, and I get the book. So now we get the book. What is it saying? You go into the book. Christian Hoover prepared an advance directive, living will before he died, giving the plantations to his son William Hoover, born in 1832. One of those slaves willed to him his son was soon a bed warmer for him, his brother, and their friends. Millie realized that this book needed to start with the three African American women who had struggled with sexual incest by their fathers, cousins, and friends of the slave owner. Because now we're talking about, because I'm jumping kind of all over the place, but I'm trying to get to the meat and potatoes to depict who these people really are. um, Millie thought through this history, this history within the Hoover and Allen plantations was entirely different from what she had studied regarding slavery in her lifetime. Why? Because it appeared that the Hoovers were operating for the pleasure of the slave owner, his sons, and their friends. They were sex slaves. Millie heard the men's storytelling as she hid under the porch playing a game called hide and go seek. At the age of 16 with her cousins, the men spoke of the sex money playing games that the slave masters had invented in the barn. The slave owners invited other slave owners to participate by placing bets on the two slave couples having sex. They called it the first climaxing game. So keep in mind, Millie's father was a member of the Mason organization and her mother was a member of the Eastern Star. So we talking about Black Boule
A bunch of
organization.
freaks and perverts. We're,
Yeah.
we're talking about incest with a bunch of freaks and perverts that's been going on forever, including all these families that they intertwine with within their own
So
families.
so
Go ahead, brother.
remember what absolutely. So remember what she alluded to. She alluded to these the she said that the the villain of the situation, I believe, she said it was Christian Hoover. So Christian Hoover was born in 17. So she got the documents, and I'm gonna share the book. I'm just getting to the point because I want the brother to build with us. So think about this. This is a legal document shown with Christian Hoover with his young lover after the death of his first wife. So Christian Hoover's son was Kit Hoover. Look what they say about Christian Kit Hoover, the son, Dr. Hoover. He was born January 19th, 1840 in Pike County, Mississippi. He died in Pike County at age 46 in 1886. Look what they write about him. Dr. C. Hoover at Macomb City, um, he had died. The first died, they said somebody else, one of his colleagues. The first died Wednesday night after he had finished some writing. And Dr. Hoover on Sunday morning at half past 11 o'clock, both were high toned, useful citizens. Think about that. Like that's a very at that time that's very descriptive. And Christian gentlemen, and prominently identified with the benevolent fraternities of the state. This is in the paper in Jackson, Mississippi, the Clarion, September 1st, 1886. Less than 70 years later, Larry Hoover will be less than one generation he will be born in that city. So, Larry Hoover's still not in the picture at this time because I'm researching this information tied to this guy, J. Edgar Hoover. So now you get to Christian Hoover. Look at this. So Christian Hoover is the daddy. So watch this. Judge Christian Hoover settled in Pike County in 1823, and he was a probate judge, a representative, and a senator from the county. So he was a senator in the state legislation. He is said to have been the first man in Pike County to own a buggy, a curiosity at the time. He was a rich man. He was a politician, a rich man, and he had this on the page. He did not serve militarily, but he supported the Confederacy economically. He sold corn and food and fodder to the the Confederate Army, and hired out on a wagon driver and a team to haul sugar from Summit to Mount Carmel. In September 1863, he was a Southern patriot. The Civil War was
Talking about them
1864.
sugar canes.
Absolutely. Now, this is his son's thing. He was a private colonel in the 16th Mississippi, and he enlisted. And he was transferred to the 1st Kentucky Infantry and then disbanded. And he was paroled at the end of the war. He was a Southern patriot. So the son fought in the war for the Confederate States of America, but the daddy, who had the money too, supported him with some money. So he was an elitist dude. So this is these guys. Clearly, if you go to his history, he was born Christian Hoover, like what the brother Calico was saying, and it was angelicized to Hoover because this dude is originally from over there in Europe. That's where he's from. That's where the surname is from. So when they in America, They made it different. Just how Trump, I think Trump had changed his name or something like that. So,
Right. Exactly.
why is all this relevant? Well, if you go on findagrave.com, because you know you can upload pictures, this popped up. What is this right here, my brother? I'm talking to the brother Eli.
Yeah. Oh, I see it. There you go. The symbolism. Wow. You putting it all together.
No,
No.
it's bigger
And
than
then it
that.
say Christian, but it say Christian on the
Bro.
thing. They keep in every story about him is Christian.
The son, listen, the son died, and the Clarion was the paper at that time. Jackson, Mississippi was
Right.
the capital of Mississippi. It says the man was a high-tone, useful citizen, a Christian gentleman,
Right.
prominently identified with the benevolent fraternities of the state.
Right.
And the daddy was rich. So these is two rich white people who is engaging in this sex farm energy with these other white aristocracy at the time, flying something that we see this guy wearing.
Right. So all this is really preordained. It ain't really like
Brother,
it's orchestrated on the level of invasion. Like I look at it like this: slavery was abolished, so to say, and everybody was, and emancipated. These people didn't have these quote unquote sex farms and power over Negroes. So now they come up in Chicago and see these free people living so good, and they want to continue this institution of domination on these people. And Larry Hoover is the ultimate mole slash agent that they can get in here and cause this
I, I, I can't agree with that, brother, because when you do the research, like now, let me just I want to build with you, and let me make it plain. This is my hypothesis. Larry Hoover, because when we was breaking down the information, we would say, okay, well, you know what, maybe the brother, is a descendant of these white folks down here who were just raping our people, raping black folks, and
right,
you know, um, and he just descended and got that last name. But I gotta ask y'all a question because it don't make sense. I say, okay, if I'm J. Edgar Hoover, I'm passing for white. I'm telling all these black people down there, don't say I'm black or I'm gonna kill y'all.
Mm.
Then listen, you got so then at the time, J. Edgar Hoover is active in Chicago, the Chicagoland area. He's the acting FBI director. You mean to tell me that just by happenstance, he happened to be, because I'm about to show you how they're related. I'm about to link them. That
right,
he in the area where these white folks is the richest in the state. They serve in the state legislature, all that, and they Hoovers and they running this game, and they secret Jews. They hide in the fact that they Jews from the regular Anglo-Saxon down there.
right, and they trying to pass the white on them as well. I got you. I
They
got you.
trying to pass it on them, but they not. Because remember, he's saying they had a buggy that was a curiosity at the time. These people they was rolling with Benjamin Levy, the architect of the Confederacy. So you mean to tell me Larry Hoover, who's a fair-skinned white black man, he is light-skinned as they come. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he gay. Like I'm not even. I can't say anything I can't substantiate. What I'm saying is that you mean to tell me that less than 100 years later, that a kid from the same area who is basically saying his name is Hoover, his last name is Hoover, is banging a 6-point stop to all these black folks? It don't
Right, where
happen.
he get there from? Right, that
And
ain't no
he's
coincidence.
related,
Yeah,
and
Right,
he's
right.
from the same area that the
and
front
from the same
FBI
area,
is
And
from.
that's the
and
same
you,
thing that the disciples represent, the 6 point.
Bro, it just don't
it's
make
the
no
six
sense.
point star David. Right, that's what
Bro,
it's called. And what he trying to make the correlation
I'm
is,
making up. Yeah, exactly.
I'm starting to look. Trust me, I'm like how you broke it down last night with all of the with their literature. Ain't no country nigga who was just stuttering, running around, can't read and write, stuttering. Now he done come up with all this administrative chairman, executive, senator stuff.
Bro,
You see what I'm saying?
I'm finna make it all whole for you. See, that's why I want y'all to talk, because that's how I learned. We build. Now watch this. Now you got this dude, U.S. Floyd. Now U.S. Floyd was a Larry Hoover loyalist. You see.
What's his name? One more time. What his name is? Okay, U.S. Floyd.
Now you see Larry Hoover in jail. But what's on his neck?
I see it. The 6-point
White
star.
Hoovers too. But listen to what the brother finna say.
Like I said, from Inglewood, 68. Okay, Larry Hoover. Like I said, from Inglewood, 68, and Halsted, all that area around there. When we merged, when my group merged with his group, they said Larry. I heard people come from Stateville or whatever and say that Larry said, talking on the galleries, on the yard or whatever, that he didn't know nothing past 79th and Halsted till he met U.S. Floyd.
Now, I want y'all to keep that statement in mind. He said he didn't know nothing past 79th and Halsted other than U.S. Floyd. But then remember, he's not from the west side, the southwest side. I mean, he's not from the east side either.
Right.
So these people brought him in prominence. He had an area, and look, let me show you.
When he met U.S. Floyd, I opened up the 80s, the 90s, the hundreds, everything. I had members in the hundreds. Before they start calling it the Wild Wild Hundreds, I am the hundreds. I opened up the hundreds.
So now this brother's taking claim that he brought Larry Hoover south like that. Now watch this. Let's keep going. Now we watching how the cancer spread. Let's go.
For other blocks and groups, to come into the hundreds. When Larry got to Stateville, I had the opportunity to talk to him several times in what we call the tunnels. They got these tunnels connected to the cell.
Now this is the brother speaking, U.S. Floyd, and that's Larry Hoover. Now listen to this.
Houses in Stateville, and that's where I would meet him. When I got an opportunity, I would see him in a tunnel. Now he come down there with 200 years.
Now look what he's saying. Now I want you to hear what he's saying. He's saying that like it's this grandiose thing. He come down there with 200 years. Like that was like, damn. Listen to what he's saying.
Connected to the cell houses in Stateville, and that's where I would meet him. When I got an opportunity, I would see him in a tunnel. Now he come down there with 200 years, and I hollered at him. I embraced him and stuff. But we talking, and he tell.
Remember, he's just like a Don Durkee. He was younger than him.
Tell me that he fighting that case at 200, that murder.
Okay, now watch this. Let's go back to it.
U.S. Floyd, and I won't say their names until they're comfortable with their names being said.
That's what happened. His name, when they found him guilty, the state's attorney, the judge, they already knew who he was. So
now watch this. When they found him guilty, the state's attorney and the judge already knew who he was. But if you look at his arrest record, he was never convicted for anything. He never did no hard jail time. So how did these Democrats know who Larry Hoover was enough to the point where they slammed him and gave him 200 years? Hello?
Yeah, we list. I'm listening.
Remember, he just flipped the organization, so he wasn't the leader. He had just became the leader. So how did that happen? But watch this.
When he came down there, we talked in the tunnel a few times. He said that the most important thing was right then was getting back to the streets and to his family.
Now, Larry Hoover didn't have no kids at this point yet. He was talking about the real family.
Right. He was really focused
on.
Right.
So
look what he said. That's what he was really focused on.
To the streets and to his family. That's what he was really focused on. So, me as a representative for, all the gangsters that's down there, I told him we just sit down.
So you said he was off count when
what does that mean? That means he wasn't a part of no organization. He wasn't. So he sat down temporarily as a gang member. Yeah. Before he got there. I want to make that clear. That's pretty damn interesting. I want to make that clear. So he wasn't a member when he got to Stateville. He wasn't a member on the street. In the street, he involved into something else.
What is this something else that this brother's talking about? And why was he emphatically wanting to make that known? He said, I want to make that clear.
He was involved in something else. See, he telling without telling. He need to go and just keep it real.
They know.
Keep it real. Keep it funky.
They know. But see, it's the thing. He was involved into something else. But then you cross-reference this with Don Durkee's story yesterday.
Right.
And he said they caught him somewhere in New York, and they don't know how. Man, I think that man ran up there. Remember, J. Edgar Hoover died in 72.
Right.
Man, listen, I'm telling you, them Anglo-Saxons, they knew who he was.
Yeah, hey, you own something, man, and I never heard this from nowhere else. So it's deeper, especially dealing with the Jewish aspect, because you know, JFK, all of them was worried about the Zionists taking over the banks and everything.
And J. Edgar Hoover was a Zionist because J. Edgar Hoover's granddaddy in them is dude in them, but he half black. Listen what I'm telling you. So now a branch off that tree is Larry Hoover. Now Larry Hoover banging a 6-point star on black folks. Now watch this. I'm finna bring it all together.
So what went on with that beef? Where he
now watch this.
In danger. Y'all put it all up. That's
watch this.
Power struggle. David had passed away. Everybody got their story.
Let's go to where the brother speaks.
Larry Hoover. When I brought the gangster thing, that's what we call it, the G thing, the gangster, Larry Hoover to 95th. Some of the old 68, 67, 68, say 68. Some of the older guys wasn't feeling it. They wasn't feeling it. This might have been a bad thing. They wasn't feeling it. And they like US, and that's my nickname, US. You can't do that. I'm like, can't do what? Bring gangsters up here on 95th, and we've been stones all the time. We've been in the streets, in the gangs, they were stoned. But now I'm fit to bring the gangsters up there, Larry Hoover in there, and they didn't like it. So words was exchanged, and then I had to, do my thing.
But he was a little kid. He's a pipsqueak. How was he able to successfully move this new organization south like that and take over? Listen.
I'm down like, hey, I'm doing it. Man, you can't watch me. So I got into it with some of the older guys. That's what I'm saying. I got into it with some of the older guys that used to be leaders or whatever. I laid it down. We're going to be gangsters, and that's it. Shootouts,
And listen, I do not believe that this brother acted alone. I think he had federal government help. I think he knew who Hoover was, and he folded. Like, you know what? I'm going to just roll with dude. Dude came in here because he knew everybody wanted to kill him. They recognized me from the street. He told them, man, I got to get back to my family. I'm really this. This is who I really am. He like, all right, cool. Make sure I'm straight.
He got me with the Blackstone because I know exactly what they own now, just like the East Side Disciples and what they was doing with the Stones out there. They getting paid to clash with the Stones, man. This ain't no secret, man.
What they was doing was they was trying. Now what? Hold on.
Like that. And at this point, Ford is about to get sent away.
Now watch this.
He's already sent away. I don't know if he was sent away, but this is a true story. Ford came back to 95th and tried to talk to guys, the older guys. This is right around that time, like 69. Well, right after we stepped away, I say 68. He came with some of the main 21, try to talk them into coming back into the Blackstone Rangers, but they said no, Luther bound, so he left. He did come back up there. What's wrong? Why y'all back up? You know what? But there was no real beef. No, he let him go. They said they didn't want to be a part of that no more or whatever, so he let him go. So it was a willing thing. It wasn't like forcing them. No, we wasn't kicked out or nothing. They just stepped away. Like I said, a lot of them went to the Army, to the Vietnam War. Heroin came into play. So. Yeah, so by probably between Hoover went away in what, 72? 73.
Hoover went away in 72, 73. They both come. Nigga, that's when J. Edgar Hoover died. He lost his protective veil. Remember,
Right.
J. Edgar Hoover was director of the fucking FBI. This is the guy. He's the head of the #1 organization at prosecuting niggas. And you know what I'm saying?
Period.
Now watch this.
So in that 4 or 5 year period, society in general, everywhere changed a lot. That's when the crime really went up, drug addiction.
Now watch this.
Really, how did you see things change, and how did your life change? Well, like I said, we had laws that we had to follow and everything, and we really kept drugs out of our community, heroin and all that. But then,
look at that nigga face. Look at his face.
Community heroin and all that.
He thinking, why did I trade? We really kept that shit up out of there. Look at his face.
Right.
Then,
man, that same goal.
After we got introduced to selling drugs.
Right, he thinking and reminiscing and shit. You see the look in his eyes.
Look.
We got introduced to selling drugs.
Dead, reminiscing.
We ran all the drugs till it's out. And that's just what happened. At first, we went,
that shit funny to him, but it ain't funny to me.
Now watch this.
That's just what happened.
Right.
At first, we went, let's sell those drugs to our community, to our people in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that was a lot of money. So we ran them out and we took over. We started selling drugs.
I mean, people, bro, I don't know how much more you want me to show. I even reinforce my point with this to verify Larry Hoover's people didn't want this guy in power. Listen to this.
As Black Gangster Disciples, then that's what it would have been. You see, but it would have only been one prince. But King Hoover had his prince, Tennessee, and he had other followers up under Tennessee, just as King Dave had Prince Oldtimer and other leaders that was representing the disciple nation.
Now you see, dude ain't even talking about disciple. Now watch this.
On deck. Hoover was the last king that was rightfully on deck. You dig what I'm saying? But when I made Shorty Freeman a king in 1978, it wasn't to be my successor or King Dave's successor. He knew when I came home that it was the other titles. But this took another turn. You see what I'm saying? And other thoughts.
Now watch this.
You see, so, and then they telling peoples, a lot of peoples know the truth. You see, but there's so many lies and rumors out here. You dig? See, it ain't that I'm a bad guy. It ain't that. It's just that these guys know when it comes to the law.
Hold
on now. You see what I'm saying? Think like what's going on now. You see what I'm saying?
I'm trying to show you what he
said. But
said.
they don't tell what they done. Oh, it that you try to do. Ain't plugged with nobody. All these guys talking about today, man, it's unfit. It ain't right.
He put it out there.
Right.
And respect.
Okay, here you go right here.
Raping some of the guys, 1976. I said, I meant 76. And they brought me back to the county jail.
Now, fast forward 2 years, 1976.
King Dave, King Hoover, their name was being disrespected real bad. Mm-hmm. We had people in the jail that was old heads at that time, and they was raping some of the guys, they was extorting them. They were doing all kind of stuff.
Because they knew they wasn't right. They like, man, that's the type of shit y'all niggas was on. Listen.
And they didn't have no respect. So guys came to me and started explaining things to me, but I was saying it for myself. So I went to checking guys, and it was me and a few other guys that came together in the Cook County Jail in '76 to right the wrong that was being put down. So after we started pushing and moving and demanding King Dave and Hoover respect, you see, then after that followed, you did bloodshed and a lot of other things, but we began to get it together.
Now look, he fought a lot of them little dudes fought the wars for this guy. Now watch this. I just want to prove the point about when it was the crown that happened.
Disciples, we had Simon City Royals. They wasn't no longer in power. So with all these branches that had came in up under King Dave during that time, you know, I told everybody, King Dave is gone now. Everybody,
hold on,
so
give me one second.
Establish a new understanding. Dave didn't make us BGDs.
Okay, here you go right here. You see? Okay, here you go right here.
Who was King Hoover?
So why didn't you stay BGD? Why didn't you stay BGD?
King Dave didn't make us BGDs.
Rewind that shit.
No, listen what he finna say. See, that's when it's
the nation.
Here you go.
And the Larry King. On the Larry King. He crowned Larry King over the gangster nation. After that meeting, Larry them had their meetings on 68. We still had our meeting. Him and David never met again in meetings.
What? Now watch this. He's saying, man, he crowned them and got the fuck out the way. He knew the fix was in. Watch this.
That's what I was gonna say. That sounds like a payoff or something. Like, here you go, little skirt.
He said he didn't can't. Watch this. Look what he said.
And I mean, him and David never met again in meetings. They never sit together in meetings. Larry went on to the nation, and King Dave continued to do that deep thing, and that's how that really was.
Now watch this.
So I'm saying, so after rest in peace, King David, after he died, what made you, you know, or what should I say, what created the split, or what left? What made you leave and BBD? You know, because a lot of people some people say that you the one who had the history, who created the split, that you the one who didn't want to BBGD. King Dave the one made us black disciples.
See, they so because they know what happened, but they don't want to.
King David the one that crowned him, right?
Yeah, now watch this.
He told everybody.
Woo! Let's go.
King Dave the one made us black disciples. He told everybody in 1969, after that meeting, he informed everybody to respect Larry.
What?
After that meeting, he informed everybody to respect Larry because we was together now. Okay? And he told everybody that had any kind of name that was amongst the disciples, you dig, that we were one, that we were black disciples. You see what I'm saying? That's what we was after that meeting. And after that, that's how we carried. Then you had a lot of people running around saying black gang disciples in the jails, but on the streets, you did, we was disciples. Hoover called it over his guys. King David called it over us. You see, and that's how it was.
What year that was?
They say split.
Hold on,
and that's how that was. I don't know what they mean when they say split. See, this is a lot of misinformed information. You see, peoples took stuff and ran with it. All this stuff is going on now is he say, she say.
Fact.
And if you sit everybody down, you get the truth. Because ain't no way in the world we could have walked up in one of King Hoover meetings and try to cause some shock. It wouldn't happen. King Hoover had his prince and he had his line of staff, just as King Dave had. You see, if we had been as Black Gangster Disciples, then that's what it would have been. You see, but it would have only been one prince. But King Hoover had his prince, Tennessee, and he had other followers up under Tennessee, just as King Dave had Prince Old Time and other leaders that was representing the disciple nation.
So why is it that you never became a king?
Now watch this.
After King David died.
Because it wasn't really supposed to be no more kings. Hoover was the last king that was rightfully on deck. You dig what I'm saying? But when I made sure that Freeman
bro, listen, watch this.
And rumors out here, you dig? See, it ain't that I'm a bad guy. It ain't
Hold
that.
on, let me go to the part because he's gonna say.
And then the killing part about it, these members out here, know about everything. And if they don't know, it's because it's being kept away. But it
you see, they know everything.
Ain't one leader without fault. It ain't one. Mind anything that you try to do. And it's killing, and these guys ain't plugged with nobody. All these guys talking about they board members or whatever. Man, these guys ain't doing nothing out here.
Hold on.
People have to check in.
People who say you started your own.
We got law. See,
I'm trying to show you what he said with Larry Hoover.
Back here. After being around King David and my brother being who he was, that's really what got me around there. And then we lived next door to each other. And he slept over my house. He ate from my table. My mama cooked.
He know him. He ain't just meeting him one time and telling everybody, oh, yeah, he run y'all, I'm gone. That don't make sense.
The organization did everything. So did a few other members, mothers, and wives. We fought each other about that. So as I was writing the law so we wouldn't make the mistakes no more. That's where a lot of them laws come from. Just like the prayer, we strongly up. Just like the second.
Hold on, I'm trying to find that part.
Except,
well, you breaking it up. Yeah.
True. You dig? They don't want to hear. Half of them trying to say King Dave Crown Shorty, but everybody know who Crown Shorty. You dig what I'm saying? And there's so much other truth that these brothers don't know about.
Let me take this back because I don't want to just go on this long-winded thing, which it is long-winded, but
it's a whole bunch.
But basically, what I'm trying to propose to you is Larry Hoover. His ascension. I just say Dave and Hoover was the same person. What the fuck is you talking about? That don't make no sense. No,
They ain't on shit. Don't worry about the chat. Just break it down.
What I'm saying is that you got all these reputable people asking about this guy. He getting vouched in, all of this stuff. And it's so much anti him because they don't know him. He didn't have no name, but he got reputables vouching for him.
Because they padding their young ass pockets up. Because they padding these niggas pockets up, but they don't know how detrimental this shit is.
And Larry Hoover just mysteriously was getting vouched for all the time, bro. Bro, listen what I'm saying. The old niggas you can vouch because the old niggas is telling the truth. They just telling it they way. They saying, yeah, we got with dude. Listen, who else was calling themselves gangsters other than the Jews? I'm saying, I'm telling you, what I'm proposing to y'all is Larry Hoover and was working in conjunction with J. Edgar Hoover because they was blood related. And Larry Hoover had that style. He was pushing that shit. And he was doing it to stop the pro-black energy, pro-Moorish energy, pro-Islam energy that Jeff Ford had at the time, because you have multiple stories of people saying they stopped doing that and went the other way. because, you know, man, listen, they was being outgunned everywhere. You got 7, 8 different people saying, oh, multiple times Larry Hoover either renounced his kingship or didn't have it at all. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, bro, that man know who he was. Dave crowned Hoover, but what I'm saying, bro, is why did Dave crown Hoover? You got to ask yourself that question. You got to ask yourself that question. You know, if some people want to come in and have a conversation, man, come on, bro. I'm just asking important questions. Because this ain't about no old gang banging niggas. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 1,000, bro. Some of this shit don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going on this man's ancestors' tombstones and I'm seeing big ass 6-point stars, niggas wasn't that who made them important again in the black community? That's what you gotta ask yourself. So, you know, it is deeper than that. It's deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he a king because they made him king. Them niggas made him a king.
They don't understand, brother. They don't understand you know,
and Larry Hoover know why he in jail for 200 years, and it don't got nothing to do with killing no nigga over no drugs. I told him
this man was getting 100 million in the jail. I mean, come on, what y'all thinking?
Bro.
Man, I know what I'm thinking. I'm getting into the deep, dark intricacies of everything and the psychology of the people at the time. Now, let's understand the Stones was recorded about on killing 700 people in one summer during recruitment. So the Stones is putting pressure on it. Yeah, so you got to understand, Nick, Lil Brothers, like at the time, the brother who was doing the interview, the older guy, them young guys getting pressure put on them by pro-Islamic niggas, anti-illiterate niggas who beating up niggas who just look like criminals and thugs. That's how the Stones getting down. So they want to hop on anybody's team. So we got, you feel me? Your enemy is my enemy dealing with these so-called immigrant niggas. You feel me? They're going to hire these niggas as goons. I already told y'all that's what they used to do to us in the hood, hire us to go against these niggas. So that's what they're doing with this new GD group right here. Larry got the money behind him and the bloodline and the federal government. So they killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You see what I'm saying? That's how I'm seeing it.
That's how I'm saying it too.
But see, Larry Hoover is a political prisoner. You know why he a political prisoner? Because he a descendant of the Jews that put money behind the fucking Confederacy, G. And he in a democratic city. They locked, man, listen, they locked his nigga up.
Right. Say that one more time because that's going over niggas' heads when you say a political prisoner. He's a political prisoner. Because he's connected to what you say, the Levi Benjamin and them and all that shit.
These niggas was the architects of the Confederacy.
Right.
Remember, this is who we tied to. I'm finna show the bloodline. So the sister that really, the way we got the link is a sister wrote a book about J. Edgar Hoover lying about being black.
Facts.
So
that's what tied it in.
She's pinpointing that area and that surname and that family and what they was about and what they was on and how they was coming. They was secret Jews. They were secret fucking Jews in the South.
Yes.
Money with
they wasn't Jews, bro. Hold on. Let's clarify that shit. Hold on. I got to slow you down on that. They were Jewish. They weren't Jews.
We know that. I'm just saying, like, they were positioned.
I understand, brother, but I like to be specific, so I want to clarify that.
I mean, but to the average black person out here that don't understand nationality,
it don't matter, bro. Most of the people on my panel understand. I'm sorry.
You know, they're imposters.
So that's why I'm correcting you to let you know that they were Jewish because we know they wouldn't be Jews; they'd be Jewish.
Oh yeah, they Jewish, but then this is the thing. This is why it gets scary because now. Who another mixed breed popular kid flying that flag? Drake. And Drake daddy is from Tennessee. And Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee is as close to Mississippi as I am to this goddamn computer. Man, these niggas might be related cuz it's a ritual going on, baby. I promise you. It's some whole other shit going on.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit ain't no accident. And as far as masonry goes, secret societies, what touched down with me, man, when he was talking about the little prostitution shit and, the sex cult. You see what I'm saying? This is the type of power these people is used to unchallenged down here in the South. It's unchallenged. So now that the power is going away from them, they have to reinstitute it. Now they on the last limb with this, MAGA, Donald Trump stuff, Kanye West, and this battle with Jay-Z and the Democrats. See, I'm trying to tie all of this in there and where Larry Hoover stand up in all of this. You see?
Mhm.
So this shit is way more sinister
What I
than
believe,
they making it.
you're right. Larry Hoover came to Chicago in '54. Do I think that nigga knew his family lineage? No, I think they knew it orally. But I think that when that Black Power shit was happening, J. Edgar Hoover looking these people name up, he say, man, nigga, I'm gonna send one of my bloodline in there. Go in there and push that star on them niggas, man. Push that star on them niggas, man. And that's what happened. And in '72, when he died, that's when Larry Hoover fell. And they thought that he would get his ass killed in prison, but they had backed the lie so much, it confused the membership in that BD thing. And some people went his way, some people didn't. And he fought
All
that
right, bro.
shit.
Hey, bro. So the pitchforks is with the BDs first, right? With the devil disciples, I mean.
Yeah.
What? So who existed first? Did the Stones and the Lords exist before the GD?
Yes.
So wouldn't it be fair to say the GDs, as we know it, not the BGDs, not Booney Black now? Wouldn't it be safe to say they are counterculture?
They're counterculture. They was to counteract that. It's a Jewish organization. It's a Jewish organization. The gangster
Daddy. Homeboy say, who Drake Daddy? He's some gangster, some shit from Tennessee, huh?
Bro, he ain't a gangster. He's a singer, but what I'm saying is he's from Memphis. Memphis is as close. Memphis is 10 minutes.
In the entertainment industry.
What I'm saying is, but Drake is a half-breed too, and he's Jewish.
In facts, I hear
these bloodlines is, man, look, bro, this shit, dude. Larry Hoover up here, man, look, they got some, man, they finna have the support of these bloodlines is, man, look, bro, this shit, dude. Larry Hoover, up here, they got some, man, they finna have the support of these bloodlines, man, look, bro, this shit, dude. Larry Hoover, up here, they got some, man, they finna have the. Yeah, I'm cool now.
Yeah, real quick, I want to welcome Tenfold Man to the platform. He been bugging me for months, brother. It's crazy y'all talking about this. I knew he was gonna want to pop up, but he been bugging me for months about this Larry Hoover thing, and I told him I was gonna get with him about it. So I knew he was gonna hop up here. But thanks for joining us, brother. What's going on with you? Okay, maybe he having internet issues, but go ahead, brother. With you.
Oh, hey, what's up? Y'all can hear me?
Okay, maybe he having internet issues, but go ahead, brother.
You can hear me? Microphone check. Wait, hold on. Oh, hey, what's up? Y'all can hear me?
Okay, maybe he having internet issues, but go ahead, brother.
I hear you now.
You can hear me? Okay, sorry about that.
Wait. You got to turn down your feedback, brother.
Y'all can hear me?
Okay, maybe he having internet issues, but yeah, bro, you have to go out and come back in or something. Because this thing like doubling like 3 times on my end, and I don't want to mess up the stream because he was in the middle of something. So come out and go out and come back. All right, go ahead, brother.
But this bloodline shit, like, see, bro tapping in, so it's crazy, bro. Hello?
All right, bro. We can hear you. Keep it moving. We got you.
Yeah.
It was his feedback, bro. It's not you.
Yeah, so I just want to see what the brother think, because I don't know everything about the Aborigines and people that was here and what happened with our people, but what I do
he back. Let's see how it is now, bro.
I want to hear how the brother sound.
Copper, you back?
Yeah, it's better. Microphone check.
Yes. Appreciate you. Go ahead, bro. He said go right ahead with what you want to ask him.
The Draco, the Memphis connection, we know what happened the other week. Soulja Boy and Drake connection.
Talk about it.
Draco is Soulja Boy taking that from Drake or whatever, but there's a connection a little with that, but my end on Chicago was Jeff Fort. I don't know about Larry Hoover, but it's very interesting. But what is one of the things that possibly got Jeff Fort time I don't know was this after the fact, but he had ties with Gaddafi. He was trying to get a ally with Gaddafi.
Yeah,
So
that was in the 80s, brother.
okay.
Yeah, Larry and Hoover them had already had power at that point, bro.
Yeah, but no, I was just trying to say about we don't have allies overall. But was that got him a bunch of time too. Also, like trying to ally with Gaddafi, and you know what happened to him. Thank y'all.
Appreciate, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of bigger than Gaddafi, brother, because the reality is Jeff Fort at that moment, he knew. Listen, bro, Jeff Fort knew something ain't right about this kid, man. I'm gonna just stay out his way. That's what he knew. I'll be honest. What I'm saying right now could put me in a serious situation because he got the white man behind him, man. I ain't worried about a bunch of nigga GDs. I'm telling you, bro.
All right. So what's I'm slow to a lot of this wokeness. I know more of the Jewish definitions and more. Give me your description and just overall of Anglo-Saxon, and I'll shut up. Thank you, bro.
Overall Anglo-Saxon what?
Definition and description and stuff. I'm dumb to the fact.
Getting into the fact of what who Larry Hoover is.
Anglo-Saxon. Your definition of Anglo-Saxon and stuff.
People from Britain, that European over there that's occupying the land of England and shit. That's what I said. But it's bigger than that, bro. What it is, man, America was a lawless state, man. They coming out here and they was doing our people bad, and a lot of different groups was hiding among these groups. A lot of different groups hide among our groups. But what I'm saying is that when we look at the information, you can see what the counterculture was, but now it's a national thing, bro. But it's kind of interesting that this brother's lineage is tied to a motherfucker. See, when these white folks get to digging out who this nigga really is, like how easily I did, and they could access the back channel birth records, it's gonna come out that he was related to dude in the Asian. That's gonna come out. You could bet that. It's on the way. Because I found it too easy. They're not gonna care, but it's gonna be like, wow, okay.
Wow. It's gonna come out, period, huh, bro?
That shit on the way out.
Shit, it's damn near out now. Shit, it's about falling off the shelf.
Like you said, the biggest fraud in the last 50 years. Now, this is what I want to put emphasis on, not to overtalk y'all, but it's something to think about.
You go ahead, bro. You good.
Now, let's just deal with it. We know gangbanging and psyops anyway, because I'm a living descendant of the real people. We ain't with that shit. Now, look at so many millions of you niggas out there who think y'all GD when y'all ain't shit but some crypto Jews. When you get up here telling us we some damn Jews and Moors. When you niggas is Jews, because nigga, that's your fucking gang, nigga. So nigga, you is being led by these folks, cause that shit, like Don Dirk don't know this dude. Some of the other guys just got up here and say, look, he just came out of nowhere and seized power. We telling you, and we got the signs and symbols. He just showed y'all Christian Hoover, like the brother DJL talking. Whoever don't know who this brother is, he is a music producer out of Chicago, very successful. Done business with Kanye, whereas G Herbo, actually he the one who put G Herbo on. This guy who's talking, who's sharing this
now.
information he found about Larry Hoover and the connection to
He's
this
solid.
upcoming concert.
Solid. He put us on to so much shit last night, bro. I want you to. I don't know how much you want to elaborate. Can you at least just talk about what you think on that concert that's coming up? I don't know how much you want to go into it, but what you think about that concert with Kanye and Drake?
Well, my thinking is shit. I already know what's finna happen. They finna run the Jew Zionist campaign, man. They finna run it. The Zionist is back, and Larry Hoover gonna be the hip hop legacy iteration of the Zionist shit, bro. And
Right.
this shit,
This basically his chance to redeem himself by serving his guy, who is their God. This is his
woo!
chance, and if he turn it down, he really out of there. So you think he
Oh,
gonna
Right.
turn down that freedom, my
Yeah,
people?
that's what's
yeah.
okay. You know that's what's
He's
happening.
still young at 70 shit. He could run some
Right? He
shit.
ain't turning down that. He not. He gonna listen. He gonna sacrifice all us, even if he only got 5 years left to live.
Shit.
So that Larry Hoover don't give a damn about us. He want to see daylight again. If he is locked up,
Man,
Yeah,
and look,
yes,
he
it's a
been
wrap.
trying to get out there all this time because he know who he really is, and so do people do too. That's why they hold him like that, because they know
Right.
who behind him, bro. They know. This is a very, very, very crazy situation, bro. And what's gonna happen is they opening a portal for some shit, and it's gonna
I
rock the.
keep telling them about these portals. They think I be bullshit. They don't know. I'm from Chicago. I know about a whole bunch of stuff. I
Oh, so
don't
whoa,
even
whoa,
talk
whoa,
about. But the
whoa,
shit
whoa.
is so
So
deep and it's
Drake. So
damn, bro.
yay. I'm I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I thought this was a bill, but Jay-Z, you're saying all this spectacle and all that. Jay-Z has a connection to Kanye, so it's a, I guess, a mega fest. That's all. I thank y'all. I don't want to fuck up the energy. I was
now
low
you
vibe.
own to
You ain't
something though.
messing up
That's
the
what we
energy, bro.
exposing Tim for you. You own to something, brother.
You
That's
good.
what we trying to put two and two together with Kanye West and Jay-Z feuding, and they using our culture to push their Illuminati Zionist agenda with this Free Larry Hoover campaign, who ain't nothing but an Asian himself, to keep us destroying ourselves, and in return, and keep the Republican white people in power. You
I,
see what we trying to avoid with this story right here? We trying to let folks know the psyops is on
nah,
so many levels.
I
But,
get your
but bro,
soul now. All
the
right.
shit is so deep, bro, that
So
black community think this a black issue and this is white as snow.
all right. So the ultimate out of this was, Kanye's publishing. He's the creator. He's what held Jay-Z career down. So they got they control Kim and the mama, the madam, control all of his Adidas and um his masters and all that just came out from title what last year or something like that, and
Hey, bro, I'm
man,
gonna be
I was
honest with you. I'm gonna just say this
yeah.
to you.
Mhm.
And the music industry part of this shit means nothing. They only using that shit to get niggas influence. What's really going on is a whole nother play that's 50 years in the making. It got nothing to do with the masters. Kanye West, a lot of people don't know this shit. They don't know who this dude is. So what's gonna happen is the information is gonna come out that this guy's like that, but he's trying to claw at it. See, niggas pushing this GD agenda. Basically, when I see GD right now, this shit is like the Ku Klux Klan to me, bro.
They got another gang war in Memphis that it can't be two kings in Memphis. So was that a sacrifice? That's
It could be, but what I'm telling you
okay.
this
Okay.
is right now, the GD's one of their biggest strongholds is Memphis. What I'm telling you is, bro, the shit on the 9th, I don't like, because the thing is, Larry Hoover's going to get free. You know why? Because he got the Jews behind him, bro. He got the Jews and the Republicans, the original Confederates, finna get behind him because now they need him, and he got their bloodline. Just like that show Lovecraft Country, they didn't want to fuck with that black nigga Atticus. They had to because he was the last heir with that bloodline. That's what happened.
I understand, bro. I'm just trying to vibe too, but I'll fall.
No, we all rock it. It's just scary, bro. It's scary, and you know, shit, motherfuckers finna die because it's some people that got different masters and they not going for it. They like, man, shit, you know, this shit crazy, bro. But that whole time that man come from that lineage, man. He come from that fucking lineage. He come from that goddamn lineage, man. Hey, man. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, that's it, bro. So, I mean, it's a hell of a time, bro. What the?
Man, somebody asked it in the chat, how do we know if Larry Hoover is a devil worshiper? And I mean, we trying to get people to see as insiders. Some of us from Chicago, from the streets, been in the rap game. I was in the rap game 10 years ago. Raised bankroll fresh in Atlanta, like this it's real. Like a lot of people don't talk. We come from a culture where we don't talk, but we reaching out because we know the level of the satanic activities is
Man,
real.
this shit could change everything. This could be the thing that changes it all, bro. We ain't never seen a psyop to this extent, man.
Period.
This is the biggest. This is the biggest.
Hey, you don't got low, brother.
Hold on, I'm gonna walk up. This is the biggest psychological operation I've seen ever, bro. I ain't never seen something to this magnitude.
I mean, especially going into the digital era, using our social media as well. So this is going to really penetrate the minds of, like how you showed the little video last night when it was like 20 people in the room for the blood, the Death Row free Larry Hoover concert. Now it's going to be, but it's probably going to be 100 million people who see this.
Yeah,
man, bro, they got the audience now. They got the goddamn audience now, bro.
And it's both of them too, big major ones. That shit crazy.
Now the repercussions is, the consequence is, or what I should have said, the direct reaction is, or the result is, you thinking you throwing up GD with this 6-point stop, but you really praising a Molech God or David, whatever. That's the Jewish symbol. And our mind, we thinking that's ours from the hood. No, they implanted that for subliminal.
They use the mixed breed to push it on our people, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. And look, you gotta understand, if he went out with that, if them white folks went out with that sign, that shit was prevalent. They probably had this shit around while they was raping black women, all type of shit. This shit really this shit crazy, cool. I ain't gonna lie to you. And people, so people know this too. They just keeping it quiet. You can't beat them, join them. That's how they operate.
Facts.
This shit's scary, bro. But why I like it though?
It is a nightmare, sis.
It needs to happen, bro. It needs to fucking happen.
Yeah, it definitely need to happen because we gonna fail the community if we claim to be caring and we the leaders. I'm speaking out now because just like you and any one of these rappers or slash, from the hustle culture, I could be sitting up with the millions not caring. But guess what? I got family. I got a son growing up, and I'd rather be on the right side of justice. This devouring, the kidnapping of the children, what's it called, the adrenochrome. And you can't even go in a hospital and get your placenta. The mother can't leave with the umbilical cord. That let me know we don't have these rights that we think we have.
They say that, but see that. Let me say something on that real quick, brother. Just want to say this. I don't know about most places, but They will tell you that they, but if you press them and let them know that you're definitely leaving with the part of something that came out of your body, they have to let you
They'll give
take
it
the
to it.
placenta,
Okay.
and
All
they
right.
have
All
to
right.
give. They'll give you a form. They say, "Oh, you got to fill this form out and all this nonsense." But that's fine. Yeah, let me fill this out because mind y'all damn business. That's what you do. Just so you know, you let anybody else know that.
Okay. Now I know. I appreciate it. But, in most cases, they'll trick you out of it. But I'm just saying total freedom is really the goal. So they using us on so many levels for our blood, body, youth, anything you can name. And this event right here, especially during the Aboriginal boom, because we know the Indian Aboriginal Indigenous Moorish thing is booming. It's the number
Yes.
one topic on YouTube. It's crushing Pan Africa. It's crushing all the stuff. So guess what? The people's minds is freeing up. This crisis event, the Travis Scott stuff was the test run. I'm not saying it even happened. Nobody had to die there. Just the propaganda to get you to believe it is what they're measuring. So this next event on how to reach the masses is going to be another experiment. Even it's going to meet the ends of what they're trying to get. Ultimately push their agenda with signs and symbols and psychological programming. But it's the overall agenda for Greater Israel. You can go on Google on the map Greater Israel on how they want to expand the empire. And we know how these people are siphoning billions from us, sending it over there to that country to conquer the Middle East, all the while over here conquering Chicago in the Midwest. You see what I'm saying? So this is for the final push because as Aborigines, we're not scared of white people. We're not scared of Jim Crow. Give us our land right now. So this is the scramble. They got to do what they got to do. And they got the children on their side because the children is reckless. They want to get high and high sex. They don't give a damn about the land or what we talking about. So they going to use them to destroy us just like they did in Chicago Woodline when they let them project folk. I'm not slighting project folks. Trust me. I didn't been there. But I'm just saying, y'all know what they did. They put them wild ones on us and they destroyed Chicago. Now that same test model, which was a military experiment, gonna be used all abroad. Now, what I'm saying is, like Sister Soul mentioned, Kanye West coming up out the portal and all that on the last concert. I see some more demonic transgressions like that symbolism,
Yeah.
and the energy is going to be way more put out. They're going to put a
Right.
little bit more bad energy, especially in California. And what did they call that out there? Tupac did the video on that. The city of, I forgot what the little,
Right.
Death Valley, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what it's known for. So all of that energy is gonna put us back in that 1980s gangbanging when everybody just wanted to kill for nothing. You see what they trying to do to us? Because we trying to come together in love. We trying to love our community and stop hating each other. And we want Aboriginal rights. We want land. We don't want nothing to do with no European, none of that. They want to keep us in confusion to dominate. Remember, the 80s was hell. Anybody remember the 80s? It was
Right.
love. We was eating now. We was balling now. Don't get me wrong. But the terror from the drugs and the gangs, that shit was scary, man.
This shit.
That's what they want, man.
Yearn?
No, I couldn't hear you.
I said this shit finna confuse everybody, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real gangsters gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? It's scary.
Yeah, it's scary, especially knowing that niggas is asleep. And what scares me the most, I'm a
Exactly.
survivor, but me and a survivor out of Chicago, living in the South, I know how to survive. My thing is, how many of my people they is gonna pay? Who's gonna take the payments? Who gonna join a side? We got what we call it, interracial dating. Then we got LGBTQ. We got so many people who got agendas who is gonna go against the original people who they want to push out. Who got we have longevity. We have authority because our families is old as families here. So this is nothing but genocide to me. I'm not taking this lightly. And confusion, because out of the COVID, we see they don't have the government over us no more. Now they want to put the lockdown on us and create the purge, like you said, Sister Soul. Now we're gonna be
Yeah.
begging for the police again. Oh
Yeah.
no, we need y'all back again. Yeah, we'll give you 50 years. Take what you want. Just come save us. Please.
Yep.
Right,
They killing us.
right.
You know.
It's gonna be gang banging at an all-time high though.
Right.
Right. And who is more equipped to terrorize us more than GDs? Now I have to get a Bloods they credit.
Oh,
They have done their thing. Give them their credit. They have done some destruction. But who is more authorized to terrorize more than GDs? Because they every damn well. You know, they in the South and they run every fucking political aspect of this country damn near better than Masons. So they're gonna legalize these niggas, legally recognize their leader as some fake ass King Hoover, and give this nigga million, like you say, millions in deals, book deals on Vlad TV and everything. You know he going on Vlad. You know, $100 million. Now this nigga's an icon with Jay-Z. And they have the money, so we're going to be under a totalitarian government that the government is going to be paying to police us, basically. Right? Am I wrong?
No, you ain't wrong. You getting over here.
So, you know, like I say, I'm the brother came out of nowhere. He say he seen my video about me proving Larry Hoover ain't from my neighborhood, and my mother came up with the concept of gangster disciples because she had a dark-skinned man and she called him Black Jesus. And his friends was his disciples. This is her concept, her and my aunties. They was some bad, I want to say bad, they was just young, doing their thing, smoking pot, and they rent Woodlawn. Now, Jeff Fortnum had a commission to do what he had to do for his organization, and it spilled over into our community. So our family stood up and came up with the slogan, "Don't never be a stone," all that. They were saint disciples at first. Saints disciples. They all joined to go against what's his name, Jeff Ford, because they felt like that their culture shouldn't be, you know, infringed on Islami lams or whatever they want to be. So they went against that. They like, nigga, we from the South, nigga, we eat pork, nigga, we do, we want to do pimps, hoes, all that shit, nigga, fuck these niggas. You know, that's how they felt. But they didn't understand until they woke up that Islam was the way to combat this Christianity, because it was our first religion before they took it from us in slavery. You see? So my people woke up, and even my father, went back to his faith as Islam, he is the real heir. He is the real king. He's from Woodlawn as me, but King David had already decided on him being the throne. Now, magically, this nigga Larry come out of nowhere. You know why? Because money talks. That's why. It wasn't that they bullied us. It's just that money talk. And hell yeah, you the king, nigga. You finna give me how much money? Yeah, you the king, nigga. Come on, nigga. Shit.
And they were scared.
And they were scared. And they were scared. You right, because it was.
Hey, it's crazy, bro. Because I'm trying to find some shit right now, but yeah, the brothers were scared, bro. He was scared. They was a fear for their life, man.
Hey, I can hear it in Don Durkee voice. He's still scared. I can see it. I can see it, man. These people living in fear, man. And like you say, I had to have a lot of courage when I first spoke out, because I got out the city to really see this shit.
I was wondering, like, what they scared of. What they really scared of is they know that dude is not. He's a cracker, bro. He
right. It's deeper. It's deeper than what we even know. They even know he ain't not only from the hood. He ain't even no real nigga.
Bro, you see why they always say, man, we wasn't rocking with him, but yeah, man, we ran.
Hey, man, this is deep, man. This is deep because I be arguing with this dude from Wampanoag Indian Nation. He's called Federal Aboriginal Nations. This dude named Tony Two Hawks, Ray Two Hawks. He's another half-breed mulatto. Now, I'm a light-skinned person, but I'm not mixed. This half-breed nigga, what you telling me is the modus operandi of how they infiltrate every group, hit us with one, and they be always half-breed. They don't just be light-skinned. It's always these mixed niggas that they lay on us, and we just accept them, and they have so much money behind them, and that's how they infiltrate. Easy snap of the finger. But this time, it ain't gonna work like that. It ain't gonna work like that. I don't see it, because I feel like this is all our last chance to wake up any damn way. I'm for real, because what did you got after this? What did you have if you elect these Europeans one more time? What did you have if you sitting up here listening to a fucking Larry Hoover about anything? You're done if you think you can learn anything from a clown like that. You see what I'm saying? He's an old man who hurt people, extorted millions, didn't do nothing for the community that they say, kill people's families, and in your mind, freeing Larry Hoover is a goddamn agenda. You know, like, so we're gone. If they pull this shit out, we done.
They only saying that, bro, because they don't know the man history. If they knew the history, he wouldn't get the support. That's just facts, bro. You gotta understand. You gotta understand why this shit is happening, how it's happening, bro. They took their power through J. Edgar Hoover, bro. He was related to the guy. He was related to the guy now.
I got it. I seen it. But I see race. But I see the race war issue aspect of dominating. Like you say, they had the sex cult, and it's over after 1865, and some of them kept it going to the 1920s. But we were still fighting.
It's still going to the 1920s. Wait a minute, hold on, back up. It's going on right now. It's still going on.
It definitely. I'm sorry about that. Human trafficking, especially in our ladies, is still happening.
Yeah,
you are correct.
It is, but
let's not make that like a, absolute elite thing. Like that's like a huge thing.
No, I don't think he was making obsolete. I
know, brother. I thank you. Right, I know what he meant, but I'm just saying I wanted to bring clarification to it because it's a big deal, and they're not doing a lot about it. We don't hear much about it at all. People don't talk about it enough at all. There are 88,000 of our children that go missing each and every year, sweetheart, and we barely hear about it. You being from Chicago, you should know. I'm sure you've heard a lot of different stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I didn't heard so many stories. Like they even telling me the Mexicans doing it now. They telling me we got to watch the Mexicans up there.
Yes, I believe it.
It's scary, and this event right here we won't even be allowed to investigate on the chaos that's finna ensue, because now imagine these GDs really thinking they got some power like the 80s and the 90s, and they some illiterate ass little boys anyway. The federal government got they printing power anyway, so that's more police. This is militarization on steroids. So, all these new laws, Joe Biden on steroids or whoever finna be the next president. Oh, we got to arrest them. Now we got to do Sabo Drive in Chicago. They're thinking that they're getting Chicago. This is war. This is deeper than fucking Indian and black and more. Like, I'm like, I can't do this. Like, it's so scary. Like, I will never have another argument with a nigga knowing what we up against. Like, if you niggas ain't getting this, we came and volunteered our time. Like, look, like, this shit is war. And I'm going to let you know this before I yield the mic. Not only is it war, ain't no neutral side this time. Just think about this shit. Ain't no neutron in this war. You going to have to pick a side because you ain't even going to get to eat, because you going to have to take their mark to get your food, or you going to have to fight with us because we ain't taking that shit.
That's right. That's right. All of this is just it's been what's crazy is it's just been applied. I keep saying that all the time. Everybody know I say it all the time. It's like a book. It's a whole book. It's planned, it's applied. Everybody has a part. All these actors, all these singers, all these rappers, everybody's playing the part that they have to play to make sure everything plays out the right way. They have all our kids sitting up here fantasizing about, ooh, they got these cars, they got all these jewels on, they got this, they got that. Half these little guys don't even have all that stuff. They have some of that money and stuff, yeah, but they don't have most of that money. Oh, I got this. They be looking like they got billions of dollars because they riding this car. They got $100,000 on their neck. They got 200,000 on their hands. This nonsense. Half of it's borrowed. Half of it ain't theirs. They playing a role. They barely probably can eat. Half of them sex slaves. Don't let me get into the stories about Foxy Brown and this and that up under that Russell Simmons dude and all of them. Jay-Z and them done passed her around. He's a big pervert. Everybody, oh, Jehovah, he's a freak and a pervert, just like R. Kelly. He should be sitting in the cell right next to him. Come on,
right? That's exactly because
I'm just saying, bro, the shit is crazy. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
I'm talking about, man. You right. It's so deep, and I applaud you for having this topic on your show, because this is the reality. We got to tell on these people, and they want to say PNF is the police because I want to defend my innocent people from the demons in our community. A lot of niggas want to be Moors or Indians and then want to go straight and say, oh, the white man. No, I'm looking within. Where is the scumbags in our community that's helping them pull this shit off? So we have to realize we are at war. We at a civil war with our civilized good people and our demons. If we is not going to quit by ourselves to defend ourselves against these suckers, this is the people that are sending in on us. When is we going to make a stand? And like I said, I appreciate the video. We're talking about it. But if we ain't going to put up, we going to fuck around and have to shut up. Because I want to fight. I want to start off with these goddamn entertainers and
You
propagandists.
sound like Chief Holiday. Put up or shut up.
Yeah, might
I
as
know
well
that's
just
right.
shut
Let's
up.
come with it. For real, for real. We got to do something because all this sitting around is just ridiculous. The marching on Washington, this, and that. All this stuff be like a large waste
You,
of energy if you just
yeah,
march in the march. I mean, you can
this
march at
video,
home. Shit,
yeah,
do a
yeah,
video.
this video is a critical video, but as real men. I ain't even come up here with no labels and all of that. We have our good brother up here
That's
who is
right.
prestigious member of Chicago. We have a member, Willie Lilly, which is a strange name to me for a man. You're saying fuck Moors. This is your opportunity to hit the link. Show the chat that you're a real man and tell us why you feel like that. You have an
You
opportunity
can
to
come
talk
up,
to
bro. If
me.
you want to come up, let me drop the link
Yeah,
again.
drop the link. You don't want to do that in the chat like this. That's gonna make you look like a child, Willie Lilly. You want to say something to me? This is your chance. Instead of just typing some stuff like a clown, but I ain't gonna go back and forth with. I'm giving you an opportunity to express yourself because you're really saying F Chicago in so many ways. We call ourselves moles in Chicago. We even said in Detroit. So we have a culture of this. You don't like us, we don't like you.
But
So
hold on, bro, hold on. Some people, some people of Chicago. I'm Aboriginal. Remember, I'm Chi-Town too. Now, hold on. Let's just keep it cordial when it comes to
yeah,
that.
we keeping it
'Cause
cordial,
you
but I'm just
already
saying
know
from a man to a
it's
man,
not.
this ain't got nothing to do with the women.
I'm just
But I'm
saying.
just
When we
saying
talk about
though,
the titles, let's not mention titles. Then just talk to the man.
yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you. I just want you to
Okay.
understand being disrespectful, right? We just put it out on y'all. Like whatever they're about to do at this concert and propaganda gonna affect all of us. But
That's right.
this one person, all he can do is focus on is some historical Moors from Europe when we are totally different people. We're from Chicago. We're from America. So this goes to show you how deep the agencies is on how they implant these clowns all around us to cause confusion. I don't got time for this because I know you ain't no more. I know you don't know what a Moor is, a Mo, a Blackstone, none of that shit. You niggas just typing up in here with these funny ass names. So I ain't gonna kill the vibe, but don't do that. Just come up here and talk to her brother. Like, damn, what the hell? You're making us look bad typing that shit in the chat because that means you're a wimp. You're a loser. The fuck, talk to another man. I come anywhere. But anyway, I yield the mic for right now.
Yes, DJ. Did you have anything else that you want to say about that particularly, brother? I wanted you to show that video you showed about these nuts doing this big old so-called concert, this prelude, and there was hardly anybody in the audience. I don't know if you have it on hand. If not, that's fine. But if you could show that, if it's on hand, I'd appreciate it. You still there, DJ L? Maybe he took a break or a call. So yeah, PMF, I appreciate you coming up here, brother. This information definitely needed to be had. The video you did last night was meant for me to. I literally had fell asleep and then woke up and caught your live. I hardly see too many of your lives, so it was like y'all talking about Chicago. I'm like, hey. So it was meant for me to jump up there and grab hold to a bunch of that information and kind of talk about some of the stuff that I remember because it was definitely a lot of changes and stuff around that time. And
Yeah, you from Chi-Town and you went through it when you was young like me. I had got
yeah,
shot in my teens. The GDs shot me too, but I ain't asking for no sympathy like, oh, they got me. No, I was out there
right,
doing what I do. But I'm understanding who was arming them now. We kind of knew it because we called them dirty folks growing up. So they
right.
was typically the people who didn't hide nothing. They couldn't afford nothing. So how the hell they getting all this shit any damn way? And they was just terrorists. So now I'm seeing it. And this Hoover, you got the Hoover Crips. I think he said it's the Hoover Crip Street in Cali. These dudes, the same time Larry Hoover and them get power in Chicago, up under J.R. Edgar Hoover. They run in Chicago and L.A. under the Hoovers, and they're getting all this funding, and we don't know where the hell these bums getting this shit from. So now we know the government funded them to terrorize us so they can be gangsters like Al Capone themselves. You know, the biggest gangster ever, Larry Hoover, and he's a fraud. He, you know, and no disrespect to nobody who think they GD and folks and all that. I'm not trying to take that away from you. Bang your set, brother. I'm just giving you the reality of the infiltration. You know, I was just like you in Chicago thinking I was a part of this shit. We do the research and find out we're living a lie. You see, that's all. So, you know, hopefully you can take this information and grow from it. You know, anybody, but the people who gonna fight, you know, my email is illinoisamerican@gmail. If you're gonna fight and try to keep the country in your favor and under your people's, you know, control, that's what I'm under. That's what I'm on. Cause it's not looking good. The corporates is moving in to take it's like they're moving in our communities, gentrifying our communities.
That's right.
And they're using the immigrants and they're using the GDs. Of course they're using the Bloods on the music. So what you gonna do? Are you gonna continue to support that? Let your children listen to that? Let your children bang Blood and GD? You failing. Cause I'm not going. I'm not even allowing that around me. In the South, they doing that shit. I be running up on them like, nope. What are you doing? I'm from Chicago. Don't do that. That's how I talk to these niggas. Let me tell you about people and folks. That's exactly what I tell these young niggas. So, you know, not to be long winded, man, I came for that message. DJ L, like I said, successful producer, and he took his time out to tell us the truth about Larry Hoover and my dad getting assassinated in Chicago by this guy and the government. And we shared it with the world. We're all getting tricked. We all getting tricked. And there's only one way to stop this, and that's love and not hate.
That's right. They don't care what title you is, more Aboriginal, Indian, Native American. They don't give a damn. It's about them and they ish ass. Facts.
You know, the Jewish, you know what I think that is? I think that's the haram. See, our great 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 grandmother was whores for more, so we're part of this. That's where that ish come in at. You
Mm.
know, they want nothing but some damn sex slaves and some shit. It was good.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, bro. It's pretty crazy. I just know that oh, let me take that call.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I gotta take this call right quick. I'm sorry.
you good, bro. I think DJ has taken a call as well, or he may be asleep. We were up like literally to like 6 this morning, guys. So I don't know if the brothers had any sleep, but he's not responding. Let me try to hit him real quick. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. He said we were talking and he had to take a call real quick, but he said he will be right back with us. Let's try to play a little song. Both of them on the call. I could just talk. Y'all know I can run my mouth, but I could take a break to make me something to drink real quick. Let's see if this internet acts stupid. Y'all know how to do sometime, but it's a pretty decent time in the evening. We might get lucky. Let's see what we do. Play another one of my favorites. Yeah. Give me a second, y'all, to pull this up real quick while the brothers is both of them on a call. Let's play one little song here, guys, and be right back. Get something pulled up real quick, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get to it. We waiting on the brother to come back and spill some more spit, 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 spit. Homeboy done dropped off. And we are actually, you know what? Let me just play it from here. I don't gotta turn the internet on because it's gonna start acting stupid. Anyway, let's do that.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Yeah, let's do that. Let me just play y'all something from here real quick.
Bluetooth connected.
All right, let's get it, y'all, real quick. Play y'all a good one real quick. Let's see what we gonna play for y'all. And let's see. I don't want to play nothing that's gonna give me a strike. I almost did. I forgot I was off the show for a minute. I forgot I was off the show. I was gonna play something else, but I'm not. Let's do this. We're gonna play one nice official song for you guys. This is called Cost, a little bit. Shout out to King of Higher Self, my boy, Aladdin. Let's get it. We'll be right
Niggas
back.
can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas stay cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First similar line, wasn't even feeling it. Seen them offline, wasn't really looking it. Nah, can't rock, not even a little bit. Niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas stay cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First similar line, wasn't even feeling it. Seen them offline, wasn't really looking it. Nah, can't rock, not even a little bit. Kaboom, look who's in the room. Like Dr. Doom with the static flow. About to go off on you niggas cause y'all don't deliver the proper status quo. About being trappers or rappers, that don't matter. I'm a killer with a natural flow. I'm not your average Joe. Talking cars or clothes, or I'm out here fucking all the baddest hoes. I put the shit behind me like a ladder roll. Now I'm on the road to show you line ass niggas how to rap. Not about trap, but to elevate, to be great. And hit your soul. It's time to switch your rhymes up like an audible. I'm so tired, you niggas I ain't like, I don't know that you work at the grocery store and really don't got a chance to push that door. I got a lot on my mind, I don't got no time to hear y'all lines with fake shit. If you did that crime or did that time, bring clever lines and make sense. Some of y'all so basic, the auto tune be having y'all dooming. Y'all think it's greatness, but really your flow is copy and pasted. Just popping pills and getting faded. Shooting guns is how we banging. Dogging bitches and ducking cases, that's the same shit everybody be saying. That's why the rap game tainted. Not original when you create it. Y'all just wanna be what you see on TV. And it got me saying niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit.
He dropped off. Let's hope he come back, guys.
Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. First similar line, wasn't even feeling it. Seen them offline, wasn't really looking it. Y'all can't rock, not even a little bit. Niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas stay cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First similar line, wasn't even feeling it. Seen them offline, wasn't really looking it. Y'all can't rock, not even a little bit. I don't be in the street making moves, but I got a few homies that really do. Lying on myself, something I don't do. There's street codes and y'all tend to break the rules. Why line your reps? What you got to prove? Not being yourself is how you lose. I'm giving truth, then living proof that being yourself is really cool. But see, you gotta be G by yourself with nobody looking. You ain't gotta be a thug to get it out the mud to turn nothing to something. So I think it's time for y'all to quit fronting with the hustling. Cause even mainstream niggas ain't real. It's about time y'all enhance y'all skills. Rap about something that I can't feel. Gotta be from the heart and it gotta be real. That's for real. It's time to kill all mama rap cause I ain't feeling it. Whack ass lines ain't good for the spirit. I respect the ones that's living it, but not the ones that's pretending. Cause them niggas lame. Niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas stay cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First some lines, wasn't even feeling it. Seen them offline, wasn't really looking it. Nah, can't rock, not even a little bit. Niggas can't rap, not even a little bit. Niggas don't trap, not even a little bit. Niggas stay cap more than a little bit. Niggas not act, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit, not even a little bit. First some lines, wasn't even feeling it. Seen them offline, wasn't really looking it. Nah, can't rock, not even a little bit.
All right. Shout out to King of Higher Self, guys. I guess I'm gonna be out of here. We went a little over 2 hours here on the show. We'll have the brother back another time. He actually had to take a call. He said he was gonna be back, but yeah, obviously he's busy. If he has a little bit of time when he's done, we may even pop back on a live, or if I record it, I will play it for you guys tomorrow. Either way, thanks so much for tuning in, guys, to Sister Soul for the main radio. We'll definitely have a part 2 to finish this conversation, and yeah, it didn't have anything to do with you guys in the chat, so nobody feel bad. It wasn't that big of a deal that you guys got into it. Y'all know how y'all do sometimes. I think you guys were pretty much respectful. A couple of little remarks I didn't appreciate, but hey, I know how it is sometimes. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do this again and go over some more of this information. Some of the things we talked about last night, you guys can definitely go over to PNF channel to here's man the guy like literally spilled so much juice, it was crazy. We had so good of a conversation. This is how I was able to reach out with him today. We had a very good vibe. We were talking about a lot of things that I actually was remembering and kind of coinciding and ran off each other. So we were able to exchange numbers because I invited him to the show along with the ladies in the chat and PMF, so we can go over this information and continue because we were literally on for like 6 hours and it was a long chat, a long talk. Or maybe it wasn't that long. I'm sorry. About his thing was about 6 hours, but we were on there for about 4 hours. So yeah, it was a long conversation. We were tired. It was about 6 in the morning, so we wanted to continue it. And I asked the gentleman to come over and continue with me here because I wanted to talk about the Drake and Kanye concert. So you guys know that we are going to make sure. He said that he an arch enemy. Dang, y'all. It's bad, bro, like that. Okay, it's not a big deal. It's cool, y'all. I'm about to go over to see what's going on with Chief Holiday. He didn't come right back up. We ain't gonna wait around like that. It was nice, but we'll check with him next time. Peace and love to my chat. Y'all know y'all the best. My chat is it. My chat is everything. Y'all better know it. Okay. All right, y'all. We are out. And peace and love. Make sure y'all tuning in Wednesday. I may have something for you guys tomorrow. I want to do a part 2 to that relationship. Yeah, pretty much that's it. All right. All right, Moonfae. Moonfae, she says she wanted to talk a little bit more about that, I believe. So yeah, it was an interesting little video we did on the relationships, and I definitely want to go more into depth into that. But yeah, this information we went over, you guys, this is like so deep and it was so real. So I just hope you're able to take it all and make as much sense of it as possible and look at everything that's going on and make sure you see it all. All right, guys, peace, love, and everything.